Today we're diving into the complete story of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, an exhilarating addition to the Dragon Ball franchise that takes fan service to an entirely new level, combining multiversal chaos, jaw-dropping battles, and the return of fan-favorite characters. This promotional anime and manga series has carved out its own legacy. While the anime delivers high-octane battles and stunning visuals, the manga dives deeper into character backstories, motivations, and plot details often left unexplored on screen. By blending these two narratives, we're crafting a comprehensive journey through the entire Heroes saga. From the Prison Planet saga to the Supreme Kai of Time's intricate schemes, this story is packed with twists and high-stakes action. In the next 2 hours, we'll cover every major arc, character dynamic, and multiversal conflict that makes this series an unforgettable ride. So whether you're familiar with the anime, the manga, or both, this video will tie everything together, delivering the ultimate Dragon Ball experience. Let's dive into a multiversal adventure like no other. The story begins at Beerus' planet as we see Goku and Vegeta continue their training. Although there's no definitive answer, I believe the entire Heroes story comes from start to finish takes place probably after Dragon Ball Super Broly. I'll tell you what made me come to this by the end of Universe Mission Saga. After their little sparring session ends, Future Mai comes running to Goku and Vegeta to inform them about Trunks' kidnapping. It's revealed that Trunks and Mai regularly come to the present world so that Trunks can train with Goku, Vegeta, and Whis to get strong enough to protect his future world on his own. Just then, a mysterious guy named Fu appears before them. He introduces himself as one of Trunks' friends. Fu tells everyone that Trunks is in deep trouble as he's stuck on the prison planet. However, nobody has ever heard of such a planet, not even Whis. But Fu tells them that it probably doesn't exist in the past yet. According to him, the worst criminals in the entire universe are imprisoned on the prison planet and they should hurry before they harm Trunks. Goku, Vegeta, and Mai get ready for the ride as Fu opens up a hole in space-time to the prison planet. Whis casts doubt on Fu being such a mysterious personality and having such powers and informs others to keep their guard up around him. Since this involves alterations in time and space, he hopes the Supreme Kai of Time will take good care of things and do her job well. Meanwhile, Supreme Kai asks Mai to do him a favor. Cut to the next scene. Goku, Vegeta, and Mai arrive on Prison Planet. They notice that it is actually a group of planets chained together to make it one big planet. Just as they were figuring things out, Goku and Vegeta sense an incredible key coming their way. It turns out to be someone who looks just like Goku. This new Goku looks at Fu and goes Super Saiyan 4 as he rushes towards him. Considering Fu as his ally, Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue to stop the other Goku from confronting Fu. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is shocked to see a Goku with a blue-haired transformation. Vegeta does not get it at all. He's stunned. Super Saiyan 4 Goku figures out that these Goku and Vegeta are from a different timeline. Even so, both Gokus continue to exchange blows. Blue Goku flies off to the sky to distance himself from the other Goku, but bumps his head when he flies high as they notice that the sky is sealed. Super Saiyan 4 Goku thinks of an idea to destroy the seal. He launches a Kamehameha at Blue Goku, and Blue Goku responds to him with a Kamehameha as well, resulting in a huge beam clash. Yet, the ceiling on the sky does not damage at all. After the smoke clears, Fu starts laughing at the two fighting addicted Saiyans as he reveals that the prison planet was created by him, where he gathered warriors from different eras and dimensions to have them fight for eternity for his experiment. Trunks is one of the warriors he gathered as well. He says he chose him since he tampered with time being a mere mortal. Fu asks Super Saiyan 4 Goku if he intentionally got captured by him to investigate the prison planet. Then, Super Saiyan 4 Goku reveals that he's with the Time Patrol, whose job it is to deal with bad guys messing around with time and dimensions. Basically, he's called Goku Zeno. Fu tells everyone that they need to find all 7 Dragon Balls to escape from the prison planet or they're stuck there for eternity. One of the Dragon Balls is with our gang, and another one is in Goku Zeno's possession, so Fu warns them to stay prepared as others would come to steal it from them as he bids farewell. Meanwhile, we see Trunks wake up in a room with key-sealing handcuffs on him. He tries to escape from the place, but he's then stopped by Cooler, who appears before him asking for him to give him his Dragon Ball. Trunks looks very confused as he doesn't seem to have a Dragon Ball on him. Just then, Trunks also notices Oolong by his side. It's the Oolong from the original Dragon Ball series, shortly after episode 12. On the other hand, we see Fu watching all that's happening on his monitors. A mysterious individual, whom he calls Evil Saiyan, bursts out his ki to destroy the restraints as he rushes to face Goku and Vegeta. Goku and Vegeta are surprised to see a Saiyan with such enormous ki. Vegeta's body starts shaking, feeling his ki up close. As soon as Goku tries to land a hit on him, he comes in contact with his aura and gets infected, which makes him go berserk. Goku always loved fighting, which is a big reason that explains how he can constantly grow stronger. But there's another thing to consider. He always protects his loved ones. However, there's something that not even Goku can protect. Your personal data. Bulma is always the techie one, and considering just how big Capsule Corp is, she must deal with a ton of different companies, which means that her personal information is constantly going from one point to another. So it is definitely in her best interest to prevent any sort of data breach, which they do happen, but sadly, companies tend to find out when it's already too late. That's the reason that you, as well as Bulma, should rely on today's sponsor, Aura. If you want your personal information monitored, there's just no company that does it like Aura. At Aura, they can even monitor your social security number through each and every corner of the internet. internet, all in order to make sure that you're not a victim of identity theft, and in case the worst happens, they provide insurance up to $5 million. On the other hand, unlike Goku, it is very likely that you're not able to physically change your location constantly at will, which is why Aura also provides a VPN with over 100 virtual locations. And to make you feel even safer, they include a secure password manager, antivirus software, and even the ability to stop companies from selling your information. Something the Z-Fighters taught is that there's no reason to fight the biggest battles by yourself. So in the same way that Goku got help from Piccolo, Vegeta, and the others, you can rely on Aura to protect your personal information on the internet. If you want to give Aura a try, you can go to aura.com/dbhype for a 14-day free trial. I can guarantee that you will start feeling as safe as Kid Gohan when his father comes to his rescue. He starts attacking Vegeta with a barrage of evil ki blasts. Vegeta deflects each one of them, but one of them gets directed towards Mai. Just as it was about to hit her, Trunks appears in front of her and saves her. Vegeta asks Trunks to take care of Goku while he deals with the evil Saiyan himself, but Cooler stops Vegeta from going near the evil Saiyan. Surprisingly, in this continuity, Vegeta knows about Frieza's older brother Cooler. Fu warns everyone that the evil Saiyan they're up against is called Cumber, and that his evil aura makes anyone who touches it go wild. Trunks tells Vegeta that Cooler is helping them, just because he shares the same goal as them. Mai gives Trunks his outfit and sword. Meanwhile, Cooler takes on Berserk Goku. He transforms into Golden Cooler to prove to Fu that he's not inferior to his brother Frieza. Golden Cooler knocks Goku to the ground and launches a supernova attack on him, which frees Goku from the evil ki. But seeing that the supernova attack didn't take his life makes Cooler wonder just how strong the ki enveloping him could have been. Just then, Mai remembers Supreme Kai giving her the Pataras earlier, so she throws it to Goku and Vegeta to use it to fight against Cumber, the evil Saiyan. Trunks and Cooler tried to distract Cumber to buy time for Goku and Vegeta, but Cumber grabs Trunks by his neck, and just as it looks like Trunks was in serious trouble, Goku and Vegeta wear the Pataras to become Vegito. Cumber charges a huge ki blast and throws it at Vegito, but Vegito goes Super Saiyan Blue and pierces his way through it to save Trunks from his grab. Vegito and Cumber get into a serious fight that even forces Vegito to go Kaioken. Cumber prepares another huge ball of evil ki, and seeing that, Vegito also charges a final Kamehameha to counter it. The intense beam clash pushes Vegito away. Cumber then finally decides to use his Saiyan abilities to the fullest. He prepares a fake moon to transform into a great ape. He fires a mouth beam at Vegito, but luckily at that very second, they split into Goku and Vegeta, making them undamaged by the mouth beam. His mouth beam shatters the sky seals a bit, but not by much. While everyone was busy watching this fight, a mysterious figure sneaks in from behind and tries to steal the Dragon Ball from them. Fu identifies him from his computer to be called Ozato. He calls him an interesting subject. To avoid unnecessary fights, he escapes to the Chaos Zone of the prison planet. Cooler and Trunks follow him to get their hands on the other Dragon Balls that he might have collected. They find themselves in an area surrounded by King Cold and his army, along with a few villains from the past like Slug, Turles, Boo, and many others. No matter how many times they get rid of them, they continue to reform themselves as if they were made of clouds, but King Cold and his army seem to be the original ones. King Cold appreciates Cooler's strength and asks his son to fight for his army. No. For him, but Cooler rejects the offer and hits him with a death beam that ends his father's life. Cooler then grabs King Cold's 4-star ball. Meanwhile, as Trunks and Cooler were busy fighting the Smoke Warriors, Ozato locates the source of it and finds the Destron gas generator. Just as he was about to destroy the machine, Hotshot confronts him. A fierce fight breaks out between Ozato and Hotshot. Ozato manages to destroy the Destron generator and gets the 6-star ball for himself. He returns Trunks and Cooler back to the battlefield. Goku and Vegeta plan to cut Cumber's tail to downsize him back to his human form. Great Ape Cumber is too agile for someone his size. He dodges Goku and Vegeta's every attack no matter where they try to hit him. Just then, Fu gets a warning that Great Ape Cumber's attack have weakened the seals around the sky. Cumber goes on to step on Goku and tries to crush him down, but Goku gets out of it by transforming into blue. He attacks Great Ape Cumber with his ki blasts, melee attacks, and even a Kamehameha using Kaioken times 20. But Fu interrupts their fight as it was too much to handle, so he uses his blade to turn down Cumber's transformation. He leaves the scene once Cumber is back to his humanoid form, but Cumber wastes no second and charges at them yet again. Goku decides to take him on alone this time as he transforms into the Super Saiyan God form. Cumber seems to have some connection with a Saiyan with red hair as he gets totally mad seeing Goku in that form. Goku tries his best against Cumber in the Super Saiyan God form, but Cumber overpowers him quite easily, making Goku revert back to his base. Yet, our hero still tries his luck against Cumber, but fails. Meanwhile, Fu finds out that while he was gone, someone destroyed his laboratory. He decides to find out the culprit and teach them a lesson. Cumber plans to end Goku with his huge evil ki blast. He continues to fire one after the other, inflicting a lot of damage to Goku. Goku, making him go unconscious. Just as Cumber was about to end it all for Goku, Goku Zeno and Vegeta Zeno appear out of nowhere to save Goku, Trunks, Mai, and Vegeta. Cumber goes Super Saiyan 3 and engages in a fight with them. Seeing such an incredible ki, Vegeta Zeno and Goku Zeno fuse to become Vegito Zeno Super Saiyan 4. An epic clash unfolds between the Saiyan warriors that destroys everything around them. Vegito Zeno fires a Kamehameha at Cumber to knock him out. That Kamehameha consumed so much energy that it unfuses them. Fu appears on the battlefield and expresses his disappointment at the broken seals. Turns out it was the Xeno warriors who destroyed Fu's lab. The Xeno warriors get ready to take on Fu, but he notices Cumber is still alive after taking that fierce Kamehameha head on. While everyone is distracted, Ozato freezes time to steal all the Dragon Balls from everyone without anybody noticing. Fu tells everyone that he's abandoning the experiment because he's achieved his objective already. So he cuts a hole in space-time and leaves Prison Planet. Cooler follows him through that hole. The entire Prison Planet is in chaos. It's nearing its destruction. Cumber launches a planet-sized energy ball at our heroes. Everyone, including the Xeno warriors, Vegeta and Trunks, are unable to stop it. Vegeta calls out Goku to give them a hand, but he's still unconscious after receiving Cumber's attacks. Just as it seemed the energy ball consumed our heroes, Goku's eyes turn silver and he unleashes an enormous silver aura that cancels Cumber's attack. As Goku comes out of that silver aura, we see him in his Ultra Instinct sign state with his eyes closed as he walks towards Cumber. When he opens his eyes, he goes silver-haired Ultra Instinct and beats the heck out of Cumber. Everyone's shocked by this new form that carries such strength and divinity. Vegeta explains to them that it's called Ultra Instinct. Meanwhile, Oolong decides to run away from the battlefield as far as he can, or he'll die before the planet is finished. He transforms into a rocket and leaves the scene. He then notices Ozato with the Dragon Balls, who has now summoned Shenron, and interrupts Ozato while he was asking for his wish. Oolong wishes to teleport everyone on Prison Planet to where they came from. Shenron grants the wish and there's a white flash. We see Trunks, Mai, and Vegeta on Beerus' planet. Beerus is mad to see them on his planet and scolds Trunks for meddling with time again. Even Trunks and Mai are confused as to why he didn't return to the future timeline where he was kidnapped. Whis explains that it might be due to the time distortions caused by Fu that they ended up here. Vegeta thinks that it could be the reason why Kakarot never returned from Prison Planet. Back on Prison Planet, we see Goku and Cumber still fighting. Goku goes all out and unleashes a powerful Kamehameha wave at Cumber that puts him down. The shockwaves from the Kamehameha seem to break a huge orb floating in the sky. From there, a few people start to come out. One of them is surprisingly merged Zamasu. They grab Cumber and leave the Prison Planet, leaving Goku confused just like us, wondering what the hell just happened. Goku realizes it's too late now. There's no way out to escape from the planet's destruction. He can't concentrate on finding anyone's key to teleport to. We see the Prison Planet go kaboom with Goku on it. The scene shifts to Beerus' planet. As everyone is catching their breath, the Supreme Kai from Universe 6 comes to ask for their aid as Universe 6 is attacked by some unknown enemies. Since Champa and the other gods of destruction urgently left for Zeno's palace, the Supreme Kai had no choice but to come to Universe 7 to ask for help. Vegeta is ready to take them down. He's totally pissed over the fact that he couldn't really do much at Prison Planet and Goku stole the show with his Ultra Instinct. Cut to Universe 6, we see Kaba fighting Kale and Caulifla, who seem to be controlled by some parasite-like beings. Vegeta and Trunks arrive just in time to save Kaba. Their punches were so hard that they threw away the parasites from Kale and Caulifla's bodies. Caulifla thanks Vegeta for getting them out of their control and says that they'll handle things on their own now. She steals Supreme Kai's earrings and they both fuse into Kefla. Kefla seems to hold her ground against the parasite twins pretty well. She advises Kaba and the others to go help Hit since that enemy seems more dangerous. We then cut to see Hit fighting someone and it's none other than Zamasu. Zamasu is surprised to learn that Hit can actually control time, and Hit is surprised to see Zamasu reacting to his time skip so quickly. But Hit manages to land a punch successfully that pushes Zamasu away. Zamasu is very pissed at Hit, seeing another mortal meddling with time for his own benefit, and decides that the mortals truly deserve to be wiped out. However, his teammate disagrees. The guy's name is Heart, as he can read the hearts of the people. He reminds Zamasu that he's not a god anymore, he's just a mortal right now. Hearts needs more energy for something he's planning, so he asks Hit where he can find the strongest warrior alive. Hit thinks of Jiren from Universe 11, of course. Hit tries to hit Hearts with his time skip, but gets amazed when Hearts dodges it on the first attempt. He grabs Hit's hand as Zamasu pierces through his chest from behind using his key sword. Everyone regroups and Hearts calls for his ship to depart to Universe 11. He introduces himself to Vegeta and the others as the man who will take down Zeno and every other god soon with his Universe Seed. Vegeta and Trunks are shocked to see Zamasu back. Hearts and his group leave for Universe 11. The scene cuts to Zeno's palace. We see the Grand Priest talking to someone, asking about the outfit. Turns out it's actually Goku in the Grand Priest's outfit. Cut to Universe 11. We see Cumber has already defeated Toppo and is about to face Jiren. Vegeta and Trunks arrive on the scene, but the Sulfurian parasite Orange surprises both of them with a bright light and takes control of Vegeta's body. He then engages in a fight with Trunks. Meanwhile, Cumber attacks Jiren with his evil ki, but Jiren deflects them with ease. Cumber goes Super Saiyan 3 and launches a barrage of blasts on Jiren, but just as Jiren was about to land a hit, Hearts knocks him down by manipulating the gravity around him. Zamasu also joins the fight against Jiren, but both of them dodge each other's attacks. Thinking of him to be distracted, Trunks tries to land a hit on Zamasu, but he dodges it effortlessly. As Orin Vegeta was about to end Trunks, we see a huge light beam on the battlefield. It's none other than the Grand Priest and Goku. Everyone, including Jiren and Zamasu, are shocked to see him and the Grand Priest together. Goku uses Sign Instinct to save Trunks, which impresses the Grand Priest as well. Zamasu and Hearts realize Goku's emitting divine pressure with his new power. Goku reaches out to Hearts, calling him to a fight to end this once and for all, but Kamen and Orin take on Goku. Despite numerous attempts, Goku manages to overpower the twins, so they decide to fuse to become Kami Orin, yet they're no match for Goku, so Hearts calls another one of his teammates, Lags, to help out. Hearts uses her glass crystals combined with his own gravity powers to take down Goku. It gets a little difficult for him, but Goku manages to destroy that crystal completely, which causes him to lose his Ultra Instinct state. Lags continues to torture Goku with her glass crystals that hit Goku without fail. Vegeta decides to take his revenge on the Suferian twins, so he goes Super Saiyan Blue Evolution and engages in a fight with them. He completely overpowers them with his final flash. Jiren also lands a few key attacks and punches on Zamasu, only to later learn that Zamasu is invincible. Hearts becomes interested in Goku. He asks him if he belongs to Universe 11, to which Goku replies that he's from the 7th. So Hearts decides to leave Universe 11 to Zamasu while he goes to Universe 7 to carry out the final stage of his plan. Supreme Kai asks everyone to grab his hand to follow Hearts to Universe 7, but Trunks decides to stay back and ensures Zamasu is defeated. Cumber stands up to challenge Jiren again, but he gets pulled by Fu into his tear in space-time. Fu also modified Cooler into becoming Metal Cooler, who now seeks revenge from Cumber for making him look like a fool back then. He turns golden and launches 4 golden supernovas at Cumber, which defeat him. Zamasu thinks not even his immortality can match Jiren's strength, so he sneaks in to use a bit of power of the Universe Seed for himself to show mortals their place. But Lags stops him. She freezes him for stealing the Universe Seed for himself and defying Hearts. As Zamasu curses Lags for freezing him, Trunks cuts Zamasu in half, ending his life. She also freezes Trunks and leaves for Universe 7 with the Universe Seed. Hearts finally arrives on Earth in Universe 11. Goku and Vegeta also arrive on the scene. Hearts explains his reasoning why he wants to take down Zeno. It's because the rules set by gods don't let mortals act as they like. They're bound by a set of rules that suppress their desires, fearing the gods. Goku decides to take on Hearts, but he can't move when Hearts uses his gravity. Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue and Hearts finally decides to exchange blows with him. We get an amazing fight sequence between the two of them that's a big highlight of the entire Super Dragon Ball Heroes series. But he's still no match for Hearts' gravity powers. Hearts gives a little power from the Universe Seed to Kami Orin, which makes them go gigantic and brims them with enormous power, but Goku taps into Ultra Instinct and puts them down with ease and reverts to his base form. Hearts traps both Goku and Vegeta in his gravity cubes, but Jiren and Hit come to their aid right on time and free them from their cubes. Hearts now traps Jiren in a gravity cube with much greater gravity, but he breaks free of it all by himself. Just as Jiren and Hit were about to land their attacks on Hearts, Lags creates a glass dome and saves him. She tells Hearts that the Universe Seed is now complete. Hearts absorbs the power of the seed and comes out of the dome in a new form. Meanwhile, Supreme Kai had called Android 17 and Piccolo for Goku and the others' help. However, Lags stands in their way. Number 17 and Piccolo engage in a fight but manage to take her down after a little difficulty. Hearts calls his new form Godslayer, which radiates enormous ki that even the Grand Priest noticed it a million light years away. Hearts demonstrates his ultimate strength to Goku, Jiren, and the others. With the Universe Seed, his ability to hear everyone's hearts has reached a new level. He listens to everyone's thoughts on Earth. He's completely shocked to see people on Earth refusing freedom. He thinks this planet is rotten and needs to be reset, so he pulls a huge meteorite from space to destroy Earth and humanity for a new civilization to start. Vegeta starts to resist the gravity. There's no way he's gonna have Hearts destroy the Earth where his family lives. He calls Kakarot to perform the fusion with him and become Gogeta, as that might be their only chance against Heart. The fact that Goku and Vegeta are aware of Gogeta means that this entire Super Dragon Ball Heroes series takes place after the Broly movie. Jiren, Hit, and the others buy some time for Goku and Vegeta to perform the dance. Meanwhile, we see Lags, who's exhausted after a fight with 17 and Piccolo, on the ground crying for help from Hearts. However, Ozato sneaks in from behind and consumes Lags, as she's considered to be the last one of her tribe. Goku and Vegeta successfully become Gogeta and go through an epic transformation to Super Saiyan Blue. Their fight hits another level. Knowing Hearts' ability to hear people's thoughts, Gogeta intentionally thinks too loud while delivering blows at him and mocks him for not being able to dodge the attacks, even if he could hear it all. This forces Hearts to use the Universe universe seeds full power, but Gogeta dodges every attack with ease. Hearts appreciates their strength and invites them to join him to overthrow Zeno to restore free will among mortals. Hearing all this nonsense about free will, Gogeta gets pissed at Hearts and hits him with a Kamehameha that also destroys the meteorite he pulled. But Hearts is happy that the fragments of it would be enough to wipe out major parts of the planet. However, then we see every fighter on Earth helping to destroy the meteor fragments in mid-air. We see Jiren, Hit, Piccolo, 17, Krillin, 18, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, Roshi, Tien, and even Chiaotzu. It's truly a collective effort from all mortals on Earth. Hearts is surprised to see that the meteorite is gone without a trace. He wishes the best for the mortals as he perishes into dust. The Grand Priest, who had been watching the entire battle, appreciates the efforts of the mortals. We also see that the Zenos actually called all gods to play hide and seek with them. Back on Earth, Jiren and Hit ask Gogeta why they didn't use fusion in the Tournament of Power against them, to which Vegeta replies by saying that he's never interested in fusing with Kakarot. This leaves poor Jiren confused, as this time Vegeta was the one who suggested fusion, not Goku. In the end, we see Fu preparing for his next experiment with the results he got from this universe creation experiment. With this, the universe mission arc ends. Before moving into Big Bang mission arc, there's a special episode that covers an important battle of the Time Patrol versus the demons from Demon Realm. Also, if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit the like button to support us. The story starts quite a few years ago when the Time Patrol's battle against Mechikabura, the Dark King who rules over the Demon Realm, had finally reached its climax. The Time Patrol includes Goku Zeno and Vegeta Zeno, who are now fused into Vegeto Zeno, along with Trunks Zeno, Gohan Zeno, Goten Zeno, and Pan Zeno, with Supreme Kai of Time, Kronoa, as their leader. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeto and Super Saiyan God Trunks go all out against Mechikabura. Mechikabura manages to block Vegeto's Kamehameha, but he still overpowers him in pure martial arts as Vegeto knocks him down to the ground. Seeing this as an opportunity, Kronoa uses her time powers to power up Trunks' key sword so that he can seal away Mechikabura for eternity. Trunks successfully does it. Kronoa asks Toki Toki, the divine bird of time, to destroy the Demon Realm, leaving no chance for any demon to cause any further trouble or revive Mechikabura. With the Demon Realm destroyed, the Time Patrol celebrates to have finally won the years-long battle against demons as they freed the entire universe from the Dark Demon Realm. However, moments before the Demon Realm's destruction, we see Toa and Mira send off a baby to Earth through a portal. The baby was none other than Fu. A few weeks have passed since Gogeta defeated Heart. The entire space-time is at peace again. We find ourselves at the Time Nest, where Supreme Kai of Time Kronoa asks Trunks Zeno and Pan Zeno to find Toki Toki, who has gone missing. Both of them dispatch following its energy traces. Kronoa wonders if the Bird of Calamity has been released, which triggered Toki Toki's disappearance. Meanwhile, on Earth, we see Goten and Trunks with Toki Toki as Goku and Vegeta approach them. Kid Trunks says that the bird fell from the sky, but Vegeta doesn't believe that things could just fall from the sky like that, until Pan Zeno actually falls from the sky on him. Pan goes to talk with Kid Trunks and asks him to hand over the bird to her. Trunks starts to blush seeing Pan, thinking she's cute. Upon asking her name, Trunks Zeno interrupts in between so that nobody learns Pan's name, since they shouldn't interfere with history too much, so she should avoid telling her name so casually. Vegeta figures out that this Trunks is a part of the same team as the other Goku and Vegeta they met on Prison Planet. Trunks explains to them that they're from the Time Patrol and the bird's name is Toki Toki, who's considered a very important being for all dimensions. Just then, every god of destruction we've seen until now in the series appears on Earth. Everyone's shocked to see all of them together in one place. Turns out they're after Toki Toki. They waste no time and Beerus directly attempts to kill the bird with his Hakai, but Super Saiyan God Trunks deflects the blast at the right moment. Vegeta is shocked to see him in this form. Every other god tries to use Hakai on the bird, but Toki Toki uses its time powers to seal their Hakai. Goku asks Beerus to explain what's going on. He tells them that the Oracle Fish made a prophecy that a mysterious bird would appear in Universe 7 and destroy all other universes. The gods even felt a universe-level calamity in their universes. They've also spotted the bird flying around planets in their universe which were wiped out without notice. Beerus asks Goku to step aside or get ready to deal with the gods. But Goku decides to stand with Trunks in protecting the bird and go up against Beerus if he has to. Whis teleports both Goku and Beerus to space so they can go all out. Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue and dashes towards Beerus. It's the first time they're facing each other in a real fight after Battle of Gods, if we don't count the training battles. Their punches send shockwaves throughout the universe. Even with Super Saiyan Blue, Goku is still no match for Beerus. He again defeats Goku with the forehead flick. But just then, Goku Zeno and Vegeta Zeno arrive on scene and ask them to stop wasting time in fights and look above. Everyone is confused as to what those root-like things actually mean. The gods investigate their own universes and discover that these roots are what destroyed planets in their universes after sucking all life from them. They teleport back to their own universes. Beerus and everyone else come to the ground to discuss the situation. Just then, Fu arrives to greet them with Dogi Dogi, the bird of calamity, on his shoulder. Beerus realizes that it's the bird the Oracle Fish prophesied about. Fu tells everyone that he's been growing Hearts' universe tree ever since, and it has turned into a huge universe tree now. Its roots are extracting life energy from every planet in every universe for its nourishment. He plans on creating a whole new universe with the tree. Having said this, Fu leaves Earth and we see the root sucking out energy from everyone on Earth. Krillin and Piccolo get so weak that they fall on their knees. Beerus decides to sacrifice his own energy to nourish the root so that the mortals don't lose theirs. He asks everyone to deal with Fu as soon as they can so he can get his hands free. Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Zeno, and Pan Zeno head out to catch Fu. Vegeta asks Pan if she's really Gohan's daughter, which surprises Goku. He's amazed to see that Pan would grow up to be a tomboy. At Universe Tree's location, we see Fu and Toa talking to a bunch of old villains like Bojack, Turles, and others. Fu reveals that he brought them here just before they were about to be defeated by Goku and others, so they should treat this as a second chance to turn the tables. Goku and the others arrive on an unknown planet searching for Fu, only to find Turles and Bojack waiting for them there. Goku and Vegeta recognize them as villains who attacked Earth a long time ago. Turles grabs Goku from behind. He tells him that ever since he was saved by Fu after his fight with Goku, he had been eating fruits of the divine tree to gain this much strength today. Bojack's main target is Gohan, but since he's not there, he goes after Goku. However, Vegeta stands in his way. They get into a fierce showdown with each other. Goku versus Turles and Vegeta versus Bojack. When Goku and Vegeta transform into Super Saiyan Blue, Trunks is surprised to learn that there exists a form beyond Super Saiyan God. Just then, Fu comes in and freezes time using Dogi Dogi's powers. He grabs the bird Toki Toki and leaves the scene. Meanwhile in Hell, Goku Zeno and Vegeta Zeno are up against a weird doctor. Both of them go Super Saiyan 3 against him and fire a barrage of ki blasts at him. However, not a single one lands on him. Whereas his every attack is a sure hit on Goku and Vegeta, as we see him calculate his attacks pretty well before launching. This pisses them both off, so they finally decide to go Super Saiyan 4. They hit him with their Kamehameha and Gallic Gun, which hit him directly, but as the smoke clears, we see him standing strong, thanking Goku and Vegeta for helping him complete his analysis. And then, he gets sucked into a rift in space-time. Goku and Vegeta both wonder what he meant by analysis. Back at Universe Tree's location, Toa informs Fu that she's received doctor's reports on time patrollers Goku Zeno and Vegeta Zeno. Fu thanks her for her assistance and also informs her that Salsa and Poutine are searching for her. Meanwhile, Dr. W uploads the analysis data into a machine and releases Black Janemba. Zeno, Goku, and Vegeta are totally unmatched against this new Janemba. None of their hits land on him. Janemba throws them away with a single blow. Just then, a time distortion occurs through which Goku, Vegeta, Trunks Zeno, and Pan Zeno arrive at Hell. Seeing their time patrol counterparts in trouble, Goku and Vegeta go Super Saiyan Blue against Janemba. However, they do not recognize him as they've never faced Janemba before, unlike Bojack and Turles. But since he's been fed with data about Goku and Vegeta's counterparts, he could easily read Blue Goku and Vegeta's moves and react accordingly. Trunks goes Super Saiyan 3 and everyone gangs up on Janemba and gives it their all. But it's all a waste. Just then, Salsa and Poutine arrive and freeze Janemba. Trunks is surprised to see them there as they were bad guys from Demon Realm who fought Time Patrol a long time ago. But this time, Poutine assures them that they're there to help them destroy the Universe Tree. Right then, Janemba breaks free of the ice. He uses his dimensional powers to land effective hits on every Saiyan. Salsa suggests Goku Zeno and Vegeta Zeno gather a bit of other Saiyans' powers to get a boost in their energy as they did against the Dark Dragon. They perform the ritual, as Salsa and Poutine keep Janemba distracted to buy them time. However, unlike last time, instead of hitting the maximum limits of Super Saiyan 4, they surpass it this time thanks to God, Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta being part of the ritual. Thus, their new forms are called Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limits Breakthrough. Their attacks become heavier and faster in this new form, making Janemba unable to keep up with it. Goku and Vegeta decide to end it all by using Twin Dragon Fist Explosion, and they succeed in defeating him. After a moment of relief, Poutine teleports them to where Universe Tree is. Meanwhile, we see two familiar faces in Hell, one of which is the demon god Demigra, while the other one is the god hater who could hear everyone's hearts, the prisoner in Hell, Heart. After arriving at the Universe Tree, Vegeta tries to destroy it with a huge ki blast, but it does nothing. Rather, it contributes to the tree's energy. As Time Patrol gets ready to take on food, Toa teleports them to another location. Salsa and Poutine follow her. Vegeta goes Super Saiyan Blue and attempts to land a punch on Fu, but he stops it with ease. Vegeta senses Cumber's ki in Fu. Turns out he's actually captured Cumber in a cell and has been extracting the ki for himself and to nourish the tree. Fu unleashes the evil ki on Vegeta, making him go berserk. As Goku comes to help Vegeta, Fu unleashes a bit of evil ki on him as well. Now both Goku and Vegeta have lost control over themselves and turned berserk, but one thing surprises Fu. Instead of fighting against each other, they direct their attacks at Fu. This annoys Fu, so he frees them of the evil ki. However, they lose their stamina to do anything. Fu shows Goku and Vegeta Earth's current condition on his monitor. Vegeta wonders what happened to Beerus since he said he would protect Earth while they deal with Fu in the Universe Tree. Fu informs him that the gods of destruction of every universe are nowhere to be found. There's no limit to the energy that Universe Tree can absorb. However, even gods have limits. so it's for their own good that they ran off somewhere. Soon Universe Tree would suck out everyone's life on Earth, and the people on that planet will perish. This hits Vegeta really hard, thinking about losing his family due to the Universe Tree. He calls Kakarot and asks him to wear the Potara earring. Turns out that Salsa gave them his Potaras before they teleported from Hell. Goku and Vegeta finally use the Potaras to become Vegito in order to take down Fu. Fu unleashes a bit of Cumber's evil ki on Vegito to see if he can nourish the Universe Tree with more overflowing energy, but to his surprise, Vegito already put a barrier around him to avoid such a situation. Meanwhile, Towa has captured the Time Patrol in the cracks of time, wrapping them with Cumber's evil aura. She reveals to them that Fu is her creation. He's the culmination of all the warriors' data she collected on every warrior across dimensions. She wants him to become the next Dark King and surpass Mechikabura. She wants him to recreate the Dark Demon Realm and revive the Demon Empire. She pulls out an orb that she calls the Dark Factor, which starts to drain the Time Patrol's energy. The orb is the life force for the Dark King. Mechikabura released his Dark Factor just before he was sealed by Trunks. Since they were near Mechikabura at that time, the Dark Factor hid itself inside them. Once the Dark Factor sucks out every bit of Mechikabura's life force from the Time Patrol and it is poured into Fu, he will reawaken as the new Dark King. Goku Zeno gets angry and breaks free. However, Mira shows up out of nowhere and restricts his movements with a Ki Blast. Mira also brings Gohan Zeno and Goten Zeno with him and tells everyone that they've already extracted the Dark Factor from these two, so they're no longer of use to them. After extracting the Dark Factor from every member of the Time Patrol, Towa leaves them in the void of space-time as they get sucked into another time hole. On the other side, Vegito goes all out against Fu. However, Fu doesn't like to fight, so Vegito tells him to stop blabbering and fight seriously. Fu transforms into Super Fu and attacks Vegito with his best techniques, but Vegito is totally unharmed. Vegito begins his counterattack with a series of punches and kicks, followed by a Kamehameha wave. Just then, the Universe Tree starts glowing. Fu comments that it's now gathered enough energy to create a new universe. Vegito regrets wasting that much time dealing with Fu when he could have destroyed the tree. As all hope seemed lost, the tree suddenly stops glowing and gets rotten. Fu checks on the roots in all universes only to find out that they're no longer sucking energy from the planets and that the universes are free from Universe Tree's terror. To everyone's surprise, Beerus contacts Fu using his RoboCam. Vegito is shocked to see Beerus and Whis with all the other gods of destruction together. Beerus reveals that they got rid of the Universe Tree's roots from all the planets and restored them to the way they were earlier. Fu is confused as to how they could destroy all of the roots since they spread across the galaxy on uncountable planets. Beerus calls him an idiot as he explains that they collected the Super Dragon Balls to wish to destroy the tree roots. Fu admits he didn't see this coming. He was very close to making his Big Bang mission a reality. The gods make fun of Fu for being an idiot trying to mimic the Big Bang process to create a new universe. But Whis explains that it's not an impossibility. He further explains that by gathering an incredible amount of energy from all universes through the Universe Tree, he wanted to create a new universe by his own hand. If the Universe Tree consumes the energy of gods of destruction as a nutrient and unleashes it all at once, there is a possibility for a Big Bang to happen which would result in the birth of a new universe. Using the divine time bird Toki Toki, one can drastically reduce the time it takes for the entire process. But if that happened, then the balance of all the original universes would be disrupted and they would near their destruction. Fu cuts the call as it starts to annoy him after the failure of the experiment he worked so hard on. Just then, Towa and Mira come to his aid. Towa inserts the Dark Factor into Fu, which makes him regain his memories of history, and he finally remembers that Towa is his mother. Fu awakens as the new Dark King. He thanks Towa, his mother, for creating him and also for getting him the Dark King powers. The first thing he wants to do with his new powers is to restart his experiment and revive the Universe Tree to create the universe he wants. Vegito tries to stop him, but Towa captures him in a cage so that he doesn't interfere in the Dark King's plan. Just then, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito Zeno enters the battlefield thanks to Demigra, who saved the Time Patrol from the cracks of time. Vegito Zeno rescues Vegito Blue from the cage. Towa gets into a fight with Roble, and Shamo keeps Mira busy while Demigra follows the plan. Vegito Blue is confused to see so many demons popping up and fighting each other, as he doesn't know any of them. Vegito Zeno goes full power as he transforms into Super Saiyan 4 Limits Breakthrough. Both of Vegitos keep creating trouble for Fu to concentrate on reviving the Universe Tree, so he changes the ambience by changing the battlefield into a dance room. To everyone's surprise, Broly, who was trapped in the cracks of time for ages, invades the battlefield and starts attacking Vegito Zeno. That Broly has been in near-death scenarios several times now, so it's no wonder he's able to match the current strength of Vegito Zeno. But things don't end there, as Broly powers up to a new form that's none other than Super Saiyan 4 Limits Breakthrough, the level that Goku Zeno and Vegeta Zeno had to use other Saiyans' powers to reach. Both Vegito Blue and Super Saiyan 4 struggle against the newly powered Broly. Broly dominates both of them pretty easily, as if both Vegitos are toys for him. Meanwhile, Fu has completed reviving the universe tree. It now shines even brighter than before. This makes the Vegetos realize that this ain't the time to hold back, so they go all out and put Broly down to focus on mowing down the tree first. They put all their power into their spirit sword to mow down the tree, and they succeed. But Vegito Blue times out to become Goku and Vegeta. A bright white light engulfs everyone in the area, including Goku, Vegeta, Broly, Salsa, Poutine, Turles, Bojack, and all others except Vegito Zeno. Fu holds the new universe in his hand. Vegito Zeno fights him to get everything back to normal. They both get into a sword fight with Vegito Zeno, seemingly having the upper hand. Seeing this as an opportunity, Demigra seals Fu and Vegito Zeno in a time labyrinth to stop Fu from adding more to the mess. Cut to Beerus's planet. We see Vados and Champa along with Beerus and Whis discussing the events of the new universe being born. Whis says it's better to not get involved in mortals' deeds as he tries to ignore the providence of the distorted universe. Vados asks him if he can locate Goku and Vegeta. Whis concentrates in an attempt to find them in Fu's new universe. He comments that they're still alive and doing alright. We then see Goku wake up at what seems to be Capsule Corporation from the West City, but it actually isn't so. Trunks explains to him that he's currently in the new universe that Fu created. It's nothing but a copy of the original universe. Just then, two Frieza Force spaceships attack Goku and we see him running away from them. The spaceships shoot lasers, but Goku dodges them and they hit a nearby building which collapses both in the copy universe and in the real Universe 7. Trunks deduces that both the universes might be connected to each other. There may not be any life signals in the copy universe, but the buildings and roads are definitely the ones to get affected in both the universes. The spaceships stop and from it, Frieza and Metal Cooler come out. They hit Goku with a kick that sends him crashing to the ground. Goku can barely stand as he's totally exhausted from his previous fights against Fu and Broly as Vegito. Frieza and Cooler dash towards Goku to land a finishing blow, but then, out of nowhere, gravity cubes start falling from above which stops both of them. Goku is surprised to see Heart still alive, but he shows him the halo on top of his head to explain to him that he's brought back to life by Demon King Demigra. The first question he asks Goku is about the mask he saw him wearing some time ago. Goku is confused as to what Hearts is talking about since he had no idea of any mask. Hearts thinks he mistook someone else for Goku. He then asks Goku to join forces with him in defeating Fu once and for all. He needs Goku's power to punish Fu for using the universe tree in his own selfish way. Goku takes a moment to think and then decides to team up with Hearts, but warns him if he does something bad again, he'll beat him up. Just then, the ground starts to shiver as Frieza and Cooler transform into their golden forms and charge at Goku and Hearts respectively. Goku blocks Frieza's punch and attempts to tap into his Ultra Instinct power, but Frieza calls it a pointless attempt. However, Goku successfully taps into Ultra Instinct Sign and beats the crap out of Frieza. This is the first time Frieza is getting a taste of Ultra Instinct he saw at the Tournament of Power earlier. On the other side, Hearts tries to figure out what Cooler did with Cumber. He hears Cooler's thoughts and understands what he did to him. He further asks him about his glass-coated body and if he knows his other friend Lags, who's a glass user. But Cooler has no thoughts since he never met her and she had no hand in coating his body with metal. Goku comments that even without the Universe Seed, Hearts is pretty strong. Right then, a masked individual with the same hairstyle as Goku enters the battlefield and puts Dark Dragon Balls inside Cooler and Frieza, giving them a power boost. Goku loses his focus, which leads him to lose the sign form. Hearts finds it surprising that he can't read the thoughts of the masked individual. He wonders if it's because of the mask. Frieza and Cooler go crazy after having the Dark Dragon Balls on their chest. The Dark Dragon Balls are filled with negative energy, and when coming in contact with a person, they channel the negative energy and add it to the host's power. Goku and Hearts now have difficulty dealing with Frieza and Cooler as their attacks are too random for them to read. As Cooler and Frieza charge at Goku and Hearts, Broly comes out of nowhere and starts attacking both parties. He knocks out Goku and Hearts first, then blasts away Frieza and Cooler with a single ki blast, showing them that there could only be one berserker in the area, and it's him, Broly. Just then another mysterious character pops up, a warrior in a black robe. He puts down Cooler and extracts his Dragon Ball from him pretty easily. He does the same with Frieza too. The warrior in black then leaves the battlefield, but Broly follows him. Goku and Hearts wonder what just happened, and who the warrior in the black robe was. The masked man appears before Goku and Hearts. Hearts asks him the reason for wearing the mask, but the masked man avoids answering it. He wants the two of them to continue fighting with whosoever they meet and then disappears. Hearts then gives Goku a Senzu Bean. He found it at the top of a mysterious tower when he was scoping out a bit of this world. He says he ate one of those and it seemed to get rid of hunger and heal wounds. Goku feels great after eating it. Goku expresses his disappointment as there are no life forms nearby, which means he can't eat meat. Hearts laughs at him for the fact that his #1 priority is what to eat instead of thinking of a way to get out of the copy universe. Thankfully, Hearts has thought of a plan. He pulls out the 4-star Dragon Ball from his pocket. According to his logic, since the Senzu beans have the same effect as the original, that would mean the Dragon Balls would also have the same effect and could grant us any wish we desire. They both agree to go out on a mission to find the Dragon Balls and have Shenron help them escape this copy universe. Goku gets the Dragon Radar from Capsule Corporation and begins his search for the next Dragon Ball. The radar shows 2 Dragon Balls at their location. If one of the 2 balls is with hearts, that means the other one lies probably on the planet above. The screen pans out to the planet above and we see Cumber and Turles getting ready to fight the Saiyan Prince, Vegeta at the Saiyan Palace on the copy planet Vegeta. The masked man announces to begin their fight and give him a show to remember. Vegeta in his blue form looks completely exhausted. After all, he fought Fu and Broly before getting sucked up into this new universe. However, the prince does not give up. He still charges at Cumber with everything he's got, but Cumber pushes him back with just a single one of his attacks. Cumber tells Vegeta that evil is the true nature of the Saiyans. He's gotten weaker now because he has lost his pride, the evil within him. Turles reminds Cumber that he's not perfect either. He still hasn't reached the pinnacle of evil yet, but Turles believes that by eating more and more of the fruits of the divine tree, he'll soon become an evil Saiyan whose heart will be enveloped in evil only. After eating the fruit, Turles' hair grows long, like he's in Super Saiyan 3 state, but with a black hairstyle. Cumber and Turles engage in a fierce fight as Goku and Hearts teleport there to find Vegeta still unconscious after getting hit by Cumber's evil aura. Hearts is happy to see his old friend Cumber enjoying his freedom and fighting people as he likes. Goku worries about Vegeta, but then the masked Saiyan appears behind him. His mask breaks and he transforms into Super Saiyan Rose. Goku recognizes him to be Goku Black. Black tells Goku that after he kills him, his body will be complete. Goku accepts the challenge and goes Super Saiyan Blue to clash with him. Vegeta finally regains his senses. But Turles hits him with the evil key so that Vegeta remembers things from his evil heart. This sends Vegeta back into a series of flashbacks of what he's done in the past, starting off with killing his friend Nappa and then slaughtering the Namekians. He wonders if evil is indeed the true nature of the Saiyans. He then thinks of when Frieza killed him on Namek and the time he entrusted everything to Goku. He also thinks about Goku defeating Majin Buu, even though he's a completely pure-hearted and innocent Saiyan who believes in giving second chances to even the worst villains. It's thanks to his kindness that Vegeta is still breathing today. He screams out loud as he tries to control the evil key within him. Turles is amazed to see him try to do that. Finally, he makes the evil key his own and shows us a new form in his arsenal, Super Saiyan Blue Berserker Controlled. With his new power, Vegeta knocks out Turles with one gut punch and one kick on his back. He lectures Turles by saying that evil isn't the true nature of Saiyans, it's their will to keep fighting. He advises him to strive and pursue more strength. To become the strongest of all, that's the true nature of the Saiyans. Turles is down for the count, Cumber is next. Vegeta lectures him that if it's only about aiming for power and becoming stronger than anyone, both good and evil don't factor into it. He then hits Cumber with his Gallic gun, which breaks his face mask, showing his full face and puts an end to his rampage. Turles cries, thinking about why he always loses at the end. Even though he's from the warrior race of Saiyans, he thinks it's all because he's a low-class warrior. Vegeta shuts him up, saying that it has nothing to do with being an upper or lower-class warrior. If he really feels that frustrated, he should just focus on getting stronger than before, just for the sake of his pride. Just then, Vegeta looks behind to see that Goku Black has already defeated Hearts and has Goku grabbed by his neck. Vegeta warns him to leave Kakarot or he'll hit him with his Gallic gun. Black throws away Goku and starts talking about himself. He says he heard about his future from Fu. Fu told him that the limitations of the Saiyan body would soon kick in and spoil his plans. He's from the timeline that Zeno erased, but from a much earlier time. In order to perfect his control over Goku's body, he traveled to other spacetimes and killed every Goku in it only to get familiar with how this body worked. He says he's already killed 99 Gokus from other timelines, and this Goku makes it the 100th. Now his body is perfect and completely his own. Vegeta charges his Gallic gun but loses focus and gets reverted to his base form as he's out of stamina. Goku Black plans to wipe out Planet Vegeta with everyone on it. However, Goku appears right behind him, which scares the crap out of him. Goku tells him that the fact that Black has killed 99 Gokus already makes him more excited for the fight. Goku attacks him in his Ultra Instinct sign, but he easily dodges each one of them. Goku is surprised to see him react to Sign's movements this well. Black tells him that he's already seen this form with the 86th Goku he killed. What he seeks lies beyond this form. He asks Goku to break through his limits and unleash the power that lies beyond Sign Instinct as he pushes him back with his attack. Hearts distracts Black to buy Goku some time to take a breath. He asks Black if he's really Zamasu behind that mask. However, this version of Zamasu Zamasu has never met or teamed up with Hearts. Black gets done with Hearts and then heads towards Goku to pierce through his chest with his Ki sword. Just as he was about to deliver the final blow on Goku, Turles intercepts it with the Ki blast to drive his attention towards him. This makes Black so mad that he kills Turles just by waving his hand. Before he died, he gave away the Dragon Ball he had to Vegeta. Turles died a proud warrior. In a fit of rage, Goku Black destroys the planet's surface and challenges Goku to survive the planet's explosion. Hearts grabs his friend Cumbert to escape along with them. However, Goku can't lock onto any Ki as he can't find one. As all hope seemed lost, Cell comes out of nowhere to their aid. Cell uses his instant transmission to lock onto a target and rescues Goku and the others to a safe location. Cell reveals to everyone that, like Heart, he's also brought back to life by the Majins as one of their helpers in this mission. Krillin, Gohan, along with androids 17 and 18 have also come to the Copy universe and seem to be working together with Cell and the Majins. Vegeta asks Cell what's going on here, so Shroom, a former demon, comes out of the shadows with Poutine and Salsa to explain to Goku and Vegeta that they need Cell's help in defeating the man named Black, who's wandering in these spacetimes wearing that mask. Shroom also reveals that Black wants to carry out the Zero Mortals plan as he originally intended to. He used food to create this universe and make mortals born into it so that when Black kills them here, they die in the original universe too. It will be quite the easy way. Cell makes it clear to Vegeta that he has no intention of helping them again after this. However, in his mind, he thinks of some plans to not let things end so easily. After all, it's not every day that he gets to be out of hell. Hearts hears his thoughts and suggests Cell to keep his inner thoughts sealed for now. Gohan asks Goku if he's gotten any better with controlling Ultra Instinct, but Goku is still nowhere near mastering it. The same goes for Vegeta's new power-up. Shroom offers them help to master their powers. The Majins create a space-time gate that works just like the Room of Spirit and Time on Earth. Goku and Vegeta would face phantoms of foes they faced before, which will help them train and grow stronger. Goku and Vegeta waste no time and enter the space-time gate. Meanwhile, we see Krillin fighting against Dr. W at a distant location. He has a hard time dealing with Dr. W's attack and speed. Dr. W reveals himself to be the evil genius scientist Dr. Wheelo, who is scheming to rule over humanity. He unleashes one of his bio warriors on Krillin, but Hearts comes right on time to his rescue. Seeing Hearts around him, Krillin feels relieved as he's no longer alone to deal with the enemy. Hearts hears his thoughts and gets confused by what he actually means by that. Wheelo transforms into his real form and starts attacking Krillin. Krillin asks Hearts if it's okay for him to leave Wheelo to him since it's impossible for him to hit him or stop him in his tracks. Hearts calls it weird as he heard praises about Krillin from the strongest man he knows, Goku. He tells Krillin to have confidence in himself and believe in his own strength as Goku believes in him. Krillin snaps out of the fear and prepares his Kienzin to fight seriously and live up to Goku's expectations. Krillin fires his Kienzin, but it misses Wheelo. Krillin sees through his movements, which surprises even Wheelo. Even though he could see through his moves, can he try to stop his attacks, is what Wheelo asks Krillin. He hits him left and right, with Krillin taking every punch in the face. Wheelo prepares to hit him with a finishing blow, but Hearts restricts his movements by creating a gravity cube around his hands. Krillin then calls back his Kienzin to slice off Wheelo, but he manages to somehow dodge it, leaving just a scratch on his body. Krillin takes advantage of this opening and lands a punch on his face with a little help from Hearts, who formed a gravity cube around his fist to increase the impact. Wheelo is defeated and gets turned into a slime. Hearts notices a Dragon Ball in the slime and keeps it with him. On the other side, Bojack teaches Gohan a lesson. He says Gohan's gotten weaker after he defeated him a long time ago. Gohan gets thrashed by Bojack as he finds himself in no position to even dodge or block Bojack's attacks. He's too fast and strong for him. After much difficulty, Gohan tries to land a kick, but Bojack grabs his leg and mocks by saying that even a kid kicks harder. He then slams Gohan on the ground and starts wondering what happened to him. What happened to the mighty warrior who defeated him years ago? Why has he become so weak? What the hell had he been doing all these years? What was the point of him training this hard to get his revenge on Gohan? He decides it's no fun carrying out his revenge this way. He asks Gohan if his daughter's name is Pan. Gohan wonders how he knows about her. So Bojack replies to him by saying that her ki felt familiar to him when he killed her. Gohan, with teary eyes, asks Bojack to repeat what he just said. Bojack reconfirms that he indeed killed his daughter, which means his seed will no longer become a threat to him. Here, Bojack is talking about Pan Zeno since he's seen her previously. However, Gohan thinks that Bojack killed his baby Pan who's at home in Universe 7. This confuses Bojack as he asks Gohan what he means by baby. Gohan gets so mad that he transforms into his Super Saiyan 2 form with tears in his eyes. This makes Bojack see the kid Gohan in him who defeated him years ago. He goes all out and calls Gohan for a fight. However, as Gohan prepares a Kamehameha, in that instant, Bojack realizes that he's still no match for Gohan. All that training he did all those years ago has become useless now. Gohan finishes it off with a Kamehameha, just like last time. However, this time, Bojack happily accepts his defeat. He tells Gohan that it's easy to trigger his anger. He didn't actually kill Pan. It was all a bluff, as he just wanted to bring out Gohan's true power in the fight, but he warns Gohan to stop the Scarlet Mask Saiyan as he seriously intends to wipe out all mortals from the universe. Bojack explains to him that even though this world is a copy, if someone destroys the planet, it will also destroy the original one, killing the entirety of humanity. He gives him the Dragon Ball he had and wishes him good luck saving his daughter and the others on the planet from the Scarlet Mask, as Bojack breathes his last breath. The scene cuts to Scarlet Mask on top of a building celebrating the birth of fake mortals in the copy world soon. Once those fake mortals take birth, he'll wipe them out and the real ones along with it. Just then, someone tries to sneak a punch at him from behind, but Scarlet Mask blocks it with ease. He figures out that he needs energy to make fake mortals be born into this world, and that's why to collect energy, he made people fight here. Scarlet Mask goes Super Saiyan Rose 2 and kicks the Warrior in Black away. The Warrior in Black also responds to him by going Super Saiyan. As his hood falls off, his hairstyle looks very identical to Goku's. This surprises Scarlet Mask as he didn't think he'd be a Saiyan under that hood. He also asks him if he's Goku from another timeline, since his appearance completely resembles Goku's. However, the Warrior in Black replies by saying that he's a Saiyan who's thrown away things like name, and then an epic clash between the two Saiyans begins. Their fight shifts to the city road, as they destroy whatever comes in between them. Even though Scarlet Mask seems to have an upper hand in the fight, Warrior in Black doesn't back down in giving him a competition. Scarlet Mask evolves into Super Saiyan Rose 3 thanks to his battle with Warrior in Black. The fight continues, but Scarlet Mask manages to successfully corner Warrior in Black with just a fingertip away from ending him. Just when Warrior in Black thought he was done for, a bright light touches the sky, and then it crashes onto the ground at the battlefield. It was none other than Goku and Vegeta after having fully mastered their new forms. Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan Blue Berserker controlled. After exchanging a few blows with them, Scarlet Mask gets exhausted. Even his mask starts to crack a little. Goku hits him with a punch that sends him crashing into a building, but then his Ultra Instinct flickers out as Goku mentions that it's still unstable and that the training wasn't enough. However, Scarlet Mask reveals that he's immortal in this copy world as he'll continue to absorb the energy he collected from meaningless fights to heal and power himself up. After absorbing that much energy, he transforms beyond Super Saiyan 3 Rose. He grows a pink tail while still maintaining the Super Saiyan 3 hairstyle. He calls it Super Saiyan Rose 3 Full Power Form. It definitely looks like an intermediate state when someone transcends from Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4, much like a Super Saiyan 3.5. The entire world starts shaking upon his power-up. Just the sparks from his body are enough to destroy buildings in the city. One of the sparks hits Capsule Corporation, which pisses off Vegeta, so he dashes towards him to teach him a lesson. But Vegeta's powers can't even put a scratch on Goku Black. With just one hit, Vegeta crashes onto the ground, smashing a few buildings. Goku Black announces that his body has surpassed the original's power greatly. Just then, Frieza and Cooler appear to take their revenge against him, but Goku Black summons Omega Shenron using a time scroll from another timeline. He blasts away Golden Frieza and Golden Metal Cooler. Just as he was powering up and about to attack Goku and Vegeta, Hearts and Cumber arrive and engage in a battle with him. Gohan and Krillin also arrive on the battlefield. Goku mocks Krillin by saying that he's surprised to see him alive, but Hearts assures him that he was pretty strong against Dr. Wheelo. Hearts tells Goku that Omega Shenron is an enemy who his counterpart fought in another timeline. He's an evil dragon, a king of destruction. He tells Goku not to worry about the evil dragon. Instead, they should start figuring out how to deal with Goku Black. Chamao tells him that Goku Black has gotten too strong for them to individually fight. They need to use that technique to beat him. Vegeta understands what Chamao means by that technique and starts making faces. Goku tells him that there's no other choice but to use fusion to defeat him. Vegeta still refuses to do it, but Goku reminds him what's at stake. Bulma, Chi-Chi, Goten, Trunks. They'll all be killed if they don't defeat Goku Black now. Warrior in Black decides to buy some time for Goku and Vegeta to fuse. They successfully become Gogeta and save the Warrior in Black from Goku Black's attack. Gogeta is surprised to learn that he's a Saiyan too, although he says it's not Kakarot's ki. He puts it aside as he plans to take down Goku Black all by himself. Gogeta turns Super Saiyan Blue and starts to attack Goku Black. He lands a series of punches on his face, but Goku Black regenerates and heals from it quite easily. Goku Black mocks the fusion, saying that it's nowhere near close to defeating a god, but then Gogeta gets a little serious and uses a series of punches and kicks. He then transforms into Blue Evolution, which surprises Goku Black. Gogeta keeps on hitting him with punches, but poor Goku Black can't block any. He gets pushed back and crashes into a building. Even Frieza is surprised to see Gogeta's Blue Evolution form, as he didn't think they could integrate that into Gogeta. Goku Black's body has inflicted so much damage that his regeneration is no longer able to keep up with the damage on his body. This gets Goku Black to go mad at Gogeta for ruining his plans. He screams hard and begins to power up even more. power. Gogeta prepares a Kamehameha to end Goku Black, but just then they defuse because of using too much energy. As Goku Black approaches them, the warrior in black asks Kakarot if he's hit his limits already, to which Goku replies by saying he's still got way more to go. Both of them hit Goku Black with a collective Kamehameha, which ends up wiping him out. With no Goku Black around, Omega Shenron also disappears. The warrior in black gets the Dragon Balls he had collected. They all wish to make it out of the copy universe, and Shenron grants them their desired wish. Goku arrives at the location of the universe tree. Just as he figures out what's happening, he hears a kid's voice from behind. Goku recognizes that key belongs to Fu, but is confused to find him get turned into a kid with a wing on one side. Vegeta and the other Xeno warriors also join Goku. Fu reveals to everyone that he merged with Dogi Dogi to break free of the time labyrinth, and thanks to the bird, he now has time powers too. Just then, Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Broly arrives on the battlefield and unleashes an attack on Goku, but Hearts and Cumber deflect it with their attack. They tell Goku not to worry about Broly as they'll both take care of him. Cumber gets excited and starts brawling with Broly. Hearts also gets pumped up and joins the battle against Broly. Fu is surprised to see Hearts working together with Goku and the others. Fu lands a series of attacks on all 4 Gokus and Vegetas, but as the smoke clears out, they come out fused as Gogeta and Gogeta Xeno. Gogeta Blue takes the lead as he fires a bunch of ki blasts at Fu. Fu keeps him out of the way. Just as Fu was about to freeze Gogeta Xeno, he teleports behind him to give him a head bonk. Fu wonders how he could move so fast. Gogeta Xeno mocks Fu by saying that he looked pretty cool in his original form. He doesn't want to torment a kid too much, but he decides to go with it before the fusion times out and hits him with a Big Bang Kamehameha. However, Fu successfully blocks it using Mekigabora's hand. He attacks Gogeta Xeno with it, but he destroys it completely and rushes towards Fu to land a strike. Turns out it was a distraction by Fu so that he could freeze Gogeta Xeno. Now Gogeta Xeno is unable to move, or so Fu thought. Gogeta Xeno goes Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 and breaks free of the spell. Fu is amazed to see such power, as no mortal could have ever broken out of this no matter how skilled he is. He tries to freeze him again, but Gogeta Xeno breaks free of it again and calls it a bummer as he dashes towards him to land a strike, but fusion times out and they separate to become Goku and Vegeta again. They wonder how the fusion timed out so soon when they had much time and energy left. Fu reveals to them that it was all his doing. He accelerated time around them to reach the fusion limit. Fu grows another wing on his back and delivers an attack on Xeno Warriors and Gogeta Blue. As smoke clears out, all 4 Gokus and Vegetas stand exhausted to face Fu. Fu uses his powers to send everyone out there to separate spacetimes, including both the Vegetas, to ensure they don't fuse again, leaving only the 2 Gokus behind to face him. As Fu launches his surprise blade attack on them, Super Saiyan God Trunks arrives to defend them. Meanwhile, in another space-time, Mira and Toa face Shroom and Salsa. Toa and Mira merge to become Ultimate Mira, so Shroom and Salsa also decide to fuse and become one. They call themselves Shrusa. Both of them get into an intense fight with Shrusa dominating Ultimate Mira. Shrusa separates Toa and Mira by pulling out their souls. They ask Toa how to get rid of the dark factor from Fu's body, but Toa refuses to answer. On the other side, Supreme Kai of Time, Cronoa, appears to aid both Gokus while Trunks keeps Fu busy, but he throws him into another space-time too. Cronoa asks both of them to raise their ki to maximum limits and then uses her spell on them. She uses her powers to merge both of their keys to defeat Fu. She calls this technique Space-Time Technique, Fusion of Ki. Blue Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Goku's keys start to merge into one as the spell gets completed. Both of them charge up a Kamehameha to hit Fu. Fu tries to defend himself from it by placing a few shields before him to stop the attack, but the Kamehameha wave goes right through every one of those shields and hits Fu head on. As the smoke clears, we see Fu still standing strong with a little damage. That Kamehameha made both the Gokus lose their fusion of ki powers. It's shocking to see how powerful Fu has become. Even Cronoa is surprised to look at his tremendous wicked power. Fu reveals his plans to everyone that he wants to know about the origin of the universe, gods, and the Omni King. That's why he wants to reconstruct the universe. However, the Goku stand in his way to stop his plans. So Fu decides to ask the universe tree for strength to defeat the Gokus. A weird purple bird-like aura envelops Fu. Cronoa deduces that he's absorbed energy from all universes within him. Fu wonders what would happen if he reduced all of time in the universe to a state of 0. Goku Blue sneaks behind him and grabs his tail, trying to pull it back, but the energy is just too much for him to handle. The massive ki from all 12 universes now flows through Goku as he screams for his life. Fu comments that his mortal body won't hold up much longer and start to disintegrate soon, but Goku doesn't give up. He raises his hands above like he's using a spirit bomb, and then makes the power his own. A darker blue aura covers Goku as he gains control of the universe tree power. Fu is fascinated by Goku seeing how far his limits go. He decides to get serious and end Goku soon so that he can proceed with his plans, but Goku stops his punch with ease. Goku pushes him to a distance and powers up to counterattack Fu with everything he's got. Finally, he charges up his universe-powered Kamehameha to defeat Fu once and for all, and in response to this, Fu also begins to prepare a huge dark energy ball. Both the universe-destroying attacks clash against each other. Goku seemed to struggle at the beginning, but then he goes all out and pushes the Kamehameha wave to its maximum output, canceling out Fu's attack and taking him down with it. After a flash of light, we see Goku back in his base form with Fu nowhere to be found. The universe tree is now dead. As Goku stands exhausted, a hole opens up in the space-time and a new warrior in a black robe with pointy nails comes out of it, offering his hand to Goku. Meanwhile, Broly crushes Cumber and the other space-time they were sent to. Heart says he can hear Broly's thoughts, but he can't understand a word he's saying. He fires up a few gravity cubes at him to distract him while he feeds Cumber the last Senzu bean he had. Cumber returns to his prime condition and powers up to his maximum to face Broly. Both tyrants clash against each other. As Heart suspected, their clashes are strong enough to make a hole in the space-time. As one hole opens up, Hearts makes Broly get sucked into it so he doesn't mess with them anymore. Cumber gets mad at Hearts for interfering with his battle, but Hearts doesn't care as Cumber is the only person he can entrust his dreams to as he calls him the God Slayer. Just then, another warrior in black appears near them and invites them to a deadly survival mission. Finally, we see the original warrior in black who fought Scarlet Mask with Goku. He's reporting the destruction of the fake universe to the blue-haired girl. She asks him if he was able to save his son, to which he replies affirmatively. She then announces that it's time for them to appear. The camera pans out and we find out that there are a total of 4 warriors in black, including the one who fought Scarlet Mask on the extreme right. As the mystery looms over the new character and the warriors in black, the Big Bang mission concludes. A few hours after defeating Fu in his universe tree, a mysterious figure visits Supreme Kai of Time Cronoa at Time Nest. She's the same blue-haired lady from before. She informs Cronoa that she can no longer rely on her and that she's gonna take away all the time scrolls from her. Cronoa identifies her as the former Supreme Kai of Time, Eos, and warns her that she won't let her have her hands on them. But just then, she gets surrounded by the warriors in black. The scene cuts to everyone gathered at a weird location within the cracks of time. Goku finds himself along with others like Vegeta, Piccolo, and Gohan. To his surprise, even Jiren and Hit are there. Jiren says he's just there to train, and Hit, as usual, prefers to keep quiet. Goku is also greeted by an unexpected member in his team who's none other than Yamcha. The announcer welcomes everyone to the Super Space-Time Tournament. She identifies herself as the tournament guide and tells everyone that they were chosen for this tournament using the Lunchbox of Time. We're introduced to some other teams like the Time Patrol, Hearts and Frieza, the Androids, Frieza Forces, and many others. The first round of the tournament involves 12 teams with 7 members in each, making it a battle royale of 84 fighters. Out of the 12 teams, there will be only 3 teams surviving this round. In the first stage, every team needs to collect the 3 time fairies called Senti. If a team catches at least one of them or defeats all the other teams, they win the round. The time limit is 24 minutes. After describing the rules, she commences the tournament. After a flash of light, everyone finds themselves at a different location. Goku finds himself with his Time Patrol counterpart, Goku Zeno. It's been a while since they last fought, so Goku decides to exchange blows, but Goku Zeno explains to him that this might not be the best time to see who's stronger among them. He goes on to explain that the Time Patrol is there for some business with the host of the tournament, that is, the former Supreme Kai of Time, Eos. But just as he was about to go into details, a bunch of fighters gang up to take on the Gokus. They decide to save the chit-chat for later and focus on the people in front of them. Meanwhile, Pan Zeno runs off into the forest as she's followed by Metamacha from Slug's army. He multiplies himself into numerous clones and orders them to suck out life from Pan. Pan cries out for help. She calls Gohan, Goten, and her grandpa Goku, but none of them are nearby. However, help arrives from another team in the form of the assassin Hit. He stops time for 0.2 seconds and defeats the Metamacha, saving Pan. Pan is fascinated by Hit's cool entry and attitude. On the other side, the self-proclaimed strongest martial artist Yamcha meets up with a bigger group of enemies. The enemy teams 6, 8, and 11 decided to team up to have better chances against others. Even though Yamcha is scared as hell on the inside, he doesn't show it on his face. He gets in position to take them on using his Wolf Fang Fist, but before he hits them, Jiren makes an explosive entrance, throwing all of them away. Yamcha thanks Jiren for the aid. On another side, we see Trunks, Zeno, and Tapion facing each other. Tapion recognizes Trunks to be from a different dimension than the one he knows. Trunks goes Super Saiyan God as Tapion asks him to show him his true power and then engage into a fight. Goku finds himself followed by androids 17 and 18 from a history where they never met him. They both get surprised to see Goku's hair change to blue as he goes Super Saiyan Blue. He flicks away number 18 but gets into a beam clash with number 17. Seeing him wide open, number 18 decides to attack him, but Super Saiyan 4 Goku Zeno saves his back. Yamcha tries to start a conversation with Jiren. He tells him that he's Goku's #1 oldest rival. Just then, Broly makes a crash landing in front of them. Jiren throws away Yamcha, caring for his safety as he faces Broly alone. The guide explains that there will be some intruders introduced into the tournament who belong to no space-time. Broly and Hirudegarn are two of them. Broly questions where's Kakarot. Jiren wonders who he's looking for, but then he remembers Vegeta calling Goku by that name. He tells Broly that he won't allow him to get near Kakarot. This obviously pisses off Broly, making him go mad at Jiren. He grabs Jiren's face and rubs it on a nearby rock like he's a bug. Jiren kicks him away, but then he notices that someone threw flames at them. Luckily, Hit stops time and saves Jiren from getting affected by it. Hit suggests Jiren to save his strength for later, as it's still not clear what the organizer of the tournament wants from the fighters. Hit and Jiren decide to work together. Hit stops time for others, but Jiren breaks the time barrier and defeats Broly with an uppercut in the 0.2 seconds. During their fight, Tapion tells Trunks that he was the one who gave him his sword when he was a kid in his history. As both of them are into an intense fight, Goten is chilling out a bit far away watching their fight unfold. Suddenly, Hirudegarn interrupts their fight with its flames. Both Trunks and Tapion decide to call off their fight to take care of Hirudegarn first and put him down together. Goten finds a time fairy that teleports them out of the battlefield back to the hall. On another crazy side, we see Turles and Raditz getting into a crazy fight between Super Saiyan 3 Raditz and Evil Saiyan Turles. Raditz tells him that he went through numerous alternate dimensions, had too many near-death experiences in order to get to Super Saiyan 3, but Turles puts him down easily. Meanwhile, Yamcha is chased by none other than Mecha Frieza. He runs for his life as the announcer announces only 14 minutes left for the tournament to be over. We also see the time scrolls disappearing out of existence when each team is getting defeated in the first round. After dealing with other foes, Goku and Goku Zeno decide to finally exchange blows. They go Blue and Super Saiyan 4 to see who's the stronger Goku, but Yamcha stumbles upon a time fairy which makes his team one of the winners of this round. Upon finding a time fairy, the announcer teleports them back to the cracks of time. Goku was about to land a kick on Goku Zeno, but that's the moment he gets teleported, so his kick lands on poor Yamcha. The other qualifying teams include the Time Patrols and Hearts and Cumbers. Both the Gokus promise to continue their fight someday later. Everyone starts to wonder what happened to the other fighters in the tournament. Just then, the group of warriors in black arrive. One of them informs everyone that apart from those three teams, everyone else has been erased along with their entire timeline. Trunks Zeno gets mad at him for wiping out histories like they're nothing. He demands to know Eos's location so he can get back the time scrolls from her. He throws a ki blast at the warrior in black, but he stops it easily with just one hand. He then begins to power up and everyone gets pushed back by the pressure of his tremendous ki. Seeing the warrior in black in Trunks' fight, Goku and Piccolo deduce that the warrior might be a one-armed fighter, as judging from his movements, he doesn't seem to have a second arm. He compliments Trunks' new strength, then knocks him down as he crashes on one of the cogwheels. Both of them then charge a huge ki blast at each other, but then comes Eos who freezes time to stop those attacks from clashing. Goku and others are confused upon knowing that there exists another Supreme Kai of Time apart from Cronoa. Eos explains that she's against the multiplication of timelines which disrupt the natural flow of the space-time. That's why she wants everyone to fight with each other so that the winning team gets to live, while losing team's entire history along with their time scroll is erased. She sends everyone to another location for the commencement of the second round. Gohan and Piccolo arrive at a location that looks similar to Planet Namek. One of the warriors in black arrives there and reveals himself to be a Piccolo from another timeline who now calls himself the Namekian warrior in black. Vegeta, Hit, and Yamcha find themselves in a glass world where they're up against another warrior in black, a woman. She explains to them the rules of the second round. Just like the previous round, they need to steal the time fairy Millie from the warriors in black at different locations to reach Eos's location at the selection room. She reveals herself to be a glass user from the same race as Lags from Universe Mission Art. Vegeta and Hit charge forward as they break through the defense wall put by the woman's glass warriors. Trunks and the one-armed warrior in black find themselves in a ruined city continuing their fight from earlier. The warrior in black reveals his identity to be none other than future Gohan from a timeline where everyone in his timeline, including Bulma and Trunks, were killed by the androids. He blames himself for being the weakling, not able to save his loved ones. He hates himself for making it out alive from that big fight. He tells Trunks that Eos rescued him and gave him and all other warriors in black limit-breaking powers using the Dark Dragon Balls. His current goal is to become the strongest person of all time. He transforms into a Super Saiyan and fires a Kamehameha at Trunks, but Trunks fires his Masenko at it. Trunks assures Gohan that he knows his strength better than anyone, but he won't lose to him in the fight to protect all histories. Trunks pushes it forward. Future Warrior in black can't take it anymore, so he gets blown away by Trunks' attack. Gohan acknowledges Trunks' strength as Trunks promises to give it his all to carry on Gohan's dream by protecting every history he could. Meanwhile, in the glass area, Hearts teases Metal Cooler a bit. Gohan Zeno asks Pan Zeno to hide while they deal with the Glass Warriors, but it turns out that that Panzino wants to help out as Hit has been turned into glass. A few minutes back, as Hit was busy destroying the glass warriors while Panzino was cheering for him, the female warrior in black sets up a trap to turn Hit into glass. The female warrior in black informs Panzino that Hit is from a different team, so she shouldn't worry about him at all. Rather, it's good for her team that one of the opponents is knocked out now, to which Panzino replies by saying that love has nothing to do with enemies. This statement freaks out Gohan Zeno. She thinks to unite the lovebirds, so tries to glassify Panzino as well, but Gohan Zeno comes in between and gets turned into glass instead. Yamcha is worried about his own survival as he watches from behind. Yamcha thinks the female warrior in black is too ruthless. Hearts informs her that he also had a friend once who belonged to the Glass Tribe. She starts narrating her story that she's the sole survivor of the Glass Tribe as Chilled wiped out her entire race, which she barely survived. Hearts reads her heart, which is filled with sorrow and grief. This makes her go mad at Hearts. She unleashes her glass dragon at everyone there, but she suddenly freezes and is unable to move her body. Turns out Hit broke free of the glassified state before it fully covered him. He restrains her body using his time powers, and as Hearts was about to deliver the final blow, Yamcha stops them. He asks them not to hurt her as all they want from her is the fairy, if she has it on her. Hit and Hearts agree to go along as long as she promises to undo the glassification on Gohan Zeno. The female warrior gets an emotional breakdown and suddenly, Metal Cooler hits her with a death beam which pierces her through her arm. Yamcha stands up to protect her from Cooler's supernova attack. He fires his strongest Kamehameha at it to stop it, but it's too much for him. He was about to give up, but Hearts uses his gravity cubes to put down Cooler for good. The female warrior develops a crush on Yamcha as the hero who saved her. Meanwhile, on planet Vegeta, Jiren faces the warrior in black who helped Goku and the others in the Big Bang mission. He's revealed to be none other than Bardock from a different timeline. Jiren smashes him into the rocks, but Bardock comes out as a Super Saiyan and puts up a good fight against the mighty Jiren. But Jiren is indeed the strongest fighter, and Bardock is just a small fry for him. He deflects his attacks like they're nothing. Bardock goes Super Saiyan 2, which ups his speed and striking power. What makes this fight interesting is that none of them exchange any dialogue. It's just a fight between two warriors who can't afford to get distracted by talking to their opponents. Just then, Goku butts in and asks Jiren to allow him to deal with this guy since he's a Saiyan as well. Jiren agrees to let Goku do as he pleases. Bardock attempts to try out the power that he got from the Dark Shenron after making a wish using the Dark Dragon Balls. He transforms into Super Saiyan 3 powered up with Dark Aura. Goku also goes Ultra Instinct Sign to face up against him. Bardock appreciates Kakarot reaching to such levels that he never imagined. However, Goku has no memories of his father, so he asks him his identity. Bardock replies to him by saying that he's just a low-class Saiyan warrior who abandoned his past to seek more power, and a fight erupts between the two. After some time, Bardock realizes that he needs to go all out to defeat Goku's Ultra Instinct Sign. He charges up his final Spirit Cannon, and Goku powers up his Kamehameha to counter it. Both the attacks clash, with each pushing their attack on the other. Bardock remembers Eos's words when she chose him to help her in selecting a true history. He questions her if there's no way to save all the histories, but Eos informs him it's too difficult as there are too many. Bardock puts forth a condition to promise him to help test those fighters fighting for the survival of their history. Only then can he join Eos's team to serve the purpose. Eos agrees. The flashback ends as we come back to Bardock, still stuck in the beam clash. He comments that his son Kakarot has passed his test and showed him that he's worth living and surviving. He wonders, if a low-class Saiyan warrior like Kakarot can come this far on his own, that means there's still room for him to grow as well. Goku goes all out with his Kamehameha, which pushes back Bardock, and he falls on the ground as he utters the same words as he did when he and Gine put him in the space pod to Earth, wishing Kakarot good luck to live and survive. Goku again wonders why this guy looks like him and how he knows his name. The announcer appears to declare that Goku has defeated the warrior in black, but Goku catches it and asks her to take him to where Eos's is. Meanwhile, in the selection realm where Eos resides, we see Krinoa walk up to her and ask her to return all the time scrolls she stole. Eos challenges her to try and take them from her. Krinoa tries to talk it out for the innocent people living in those histories she's wiping out with the time scrolls. Eos advises her not to get emotionally attached to mortals as her mission prioritizes the balance of space and time. However, Krinoa believes that the mission of a Supreme Kai of Time is to protect both mortals and the space-time continuum. It's not that she doesn't understand the crisis and concern Eos feels, but more that Krinoa believes that there exists a possibility to protect everything as she trusts her friends, her time patrol. Krinoa begins her attack on Eos by trying to freeze her first and then steal the time scrolls, but it wasn't powerful enough to freeze Eos. She throws her away and mocks her by saying that it would have been better had Mechikabura become the Supreme Kai instead of her. Just as Eos was about to erase all time scrolls, Krinoa goes all out and transforms into her time power unleashed state to stop Eos. In response to this, Eos also unleashes unleashes her time power and transforms. She then freezes Klonoa and uses her technique called Judgment of Time to end her. But just then, Goku arrives with the tournament announcer and the judgment hits the announcer. Goku asks Eos not to erase the other histories as he wants to fight all of them once again. Goku notices frozen Klonoa behind him. He wonders why she's not moving, so he starts to tickle her, which makes her burst out with laughter. Eos refuses to accept Goku's request as she's in a hurry to delete the losing histories. She intends to freeze Goku, but at that very moment, Goku uses his instant transmission and Ultra Instinct sign to dodge the attack and get behind her. It's now a battle of speed. Who's faster, Goku's Ultra Instinct or Eos's time attacks? Goku starts by throwing a number of punches and kicks at Eos, but she dodges all of them. He doesn't give her a chance to use her space-time attacks. Eos launches a series of key attacks at Goku, but he wonderfully dodges all of them, even in mid-air. Eos strikes a final attack on Goku, but he dodges it and gets in front of Eos with an instant Kamehameha. She tries to freeze time for Goku, but he breaks through time to hit her. Meanwhile, at the ruins of the Universe Tree, we see Mechikabura's spirit still alive who plans on taking out the Supreme Kai of Time and Time Patrol. But just then, Demigra stabs him from behind and ends his life completely. He then absorbs the dark energy and becomes the new Dark King. Back at the Selection Realm, just as Goku and Eos were about to start their second round, a massive ball of energy falls on them from above. Goku defends Klonoa, but it gets Eos. Every warrior on the battlefield notices something strange happening. Eos gets up as she notices someone walking up to her throne. It's none other than Majin Demigra, who has now absorbed Mechikabura's powers. He gets his hands on the box of time that contained all time scrolls. He announces his rule over all space-time as Dark King Demigra takes the throne. He unleashes berserkers controlled by the power of darkness in all the areas. Gohan, Piccolo, and Namekian Warrior of Black are up against Demigra's demon army. Vegeta and Turles are up against Majin Buu, while Xeno Gohan, Xeno Pan, Hearts, Cooler, Hit, Yamcha, and Female Warrior in Black are up against Lord Chilled. Cooler wonders the figure looks familiar to him. Vidro, the female warrior in black, shivers at just a glare of Lord Chilled. Eos tries to use freeze on Demigra, but Chamo uses Demon Mirror Wall, which makes her freeze bounce on herself. Demigra then summons Super Omega Shenron to take on Goku, but as his attack was about to hit Goku, Gogeta Xeno shows up and cancels the attack. We get a flashback where we see Xeno Goku and Xeno Vegeta discovering the transparent wall that covered the Selection Realm as it connects to another space-time. Vegeta suggests the idea to fuse, as only the fusion can generate enough power for them to break through the wall. Goku makes fun of Vegeta by saying that he's been relying on fusion too much lately. Both of them fuse and successfully break the space-time wall to reach the Selection Realm to aid Goku. Xeno Gogeta toys with Omega Shenron as he uses just one finger to push him away. He keeps mocking him to help him relax his shoulders, which pisses Omega Shenron off. He powers up a huge dark-powered Ki Sphere, but Xeno Gogeta decides to counter by using Big Bang Kamehameha. Both of their attacks clash, but obviously Gogeta has the upper hand here. He finishes the job with Omega Shenron and then asks Demigra to come up to the battlefield and lose before the fusion time runs out. Meanwhile, on planet Namek, Gohan and the Piccolos face up against Demigra's demon army. Actually, it's just Gohan who's fighting Shroom. The other demon army members are just there to watch, so are the Piccolos. Shroom asks Gohan if he's not going to turn into his monkey form. Actually, Xeno Gohan in his last fight with Shroom went Super Saiyan 4, so that's what Shroom is referring to here. He probably doesn't know that this Gohan can't use Super Saiyan 4. The Namekian warrior in black acts like a master to the current Gohan and gives him tips on what to do against Shroom. On the other side, Eos calls it a truce. She forms a temporary alliance with Goku and the others to stop Demigra and his army. Roble summons Super Saiyan 4 Broly to keep our heroes distracted. Xeno Gogeta decides to take him on. Both get into a pretty intense fight. Comparing it with their last fight, Gogeta seems to have an upper hand here now since he's become stronger since then. Both of their attacks clash with one another. This worries Roble, but Chamel assures her that it's good that the Fusion Warrior is spending too much energy on his attack. That way, he'll time out soon and things will become smoother for them. Just then, Eos releases herself from freeze and uses it on Chamel to freeze his movements. She finds out that they intend to time out Gogeta and plans to disrupt it. As Gogeta was charging at Broly, he finds out that the fusion's time has reached its limit. He wishes it was a little longer, but he can't stop the unfusion process. However, Eos can, and she does. She stops and slows down time around Gogeta so that he can last for another 10 minutes. He throws a Big Bang attack at Broly and calls him for round 2 as he's not bound by a time limit anymore. Demigra then telepathically connects with all berserkers and shares a bit of dark aura with them that gives them a limit-breaking power boost. He pushes away Goku and Eos with his new dark aura charge. Goku transforms into Super Saiyan Blue to fight Demigra, but he takes out the easy target first by knocking out Eos. Goku fires up a Kamehameha at Demigra, but he sucks it up and uses his Dark Reflect to throw it at Goku, combining it with the power of darkness. Goku realizes that he can't dodge the attack, or it would hit Kranoa behind him, so he uses Kaioken times 20 and powers up a Kamehameha to stop Demigra's attack in the middle. However, it's no match against Demigra. He easily throws away Goku into the rocks. Eos had been charging up a special grade space-time technique all this time. She attempts to trap Demigra in Eternal Labyrinth that works as an external cage for someone. Demigra pretends to fall under the trick but doesn't waste a second to break free of it. He flaunts his new powers in front of everyone there, which sends them flying and makes them lose their consciousness for a while. After a few minutes, he transforms into a new form that combines his dark factor and new time powers. He teleports to Kranoa to end her life, but Goku tries to stop Demigra from doing so. However, Demigra is currently at a completely new level than what he was a few minutes ago. Meanwhile, on Planet Glass, Pan adores Hit's moves as he goes up against one of Demigra's berserkers, Finn. She even imagines Hit to be a prince on a white horse. Chilled finds it odd to see Vidro, one of the Glass tribe, alive and breathing in front of him, as it was him who wiped out their kind a long time ago, but he decides to end the job properly this time. Cooler remembers that his ancestors had an army by the name Space Pirate Chilled Corps. He gets interested to know how strong he actually is, so he wants to have a duel with him to find out, but Heart stops him as it's Vidro's fight for her Glass tribe. Vidro shivers out of fear, so Yamcha decides to be the man and charges up at Chilled to protect Vidro, but Chilled paralyzes Yamcha and decides to end the small fry first. Gohan, Zeno, and the others are busy with the other berserkers, so Yamcha is on his own now. He asks Vidro to run away and save her own life. This hits Vidro deeply. She constructs a glass dome in the middle to free Yamcha from Chilled's grasp. She warns Chilled to keep his hands off of her darling. Everyone is shocked to hear her call him darling. Gohan Zeno deduces that it must be Pan's doing behind this. Yamcha and Vidro decide to combine their attacks to defeat Chilled once and for all. Yamcha uses his Spirit Ball technique and Vidro makes a glass construct around it that they then drop on Chilled. It's so powerful that it instantly takes down Chilled. Vidro tells Yamcha that she thinks they should get married after all these fights end. Yamcha's too confused, surprised, and shocked to see how things unfold before his eyes. The scene cuts to Trunks and Future Warrior in black facing up to Cell and other villain. Trunks is down. He looks totally exhausted. Cell and the other villains decide to end it then and there for him. They fire up a combined attack to finish off Trunks, but Gohan comes in between and uses Masenko to defend Trunks. Trunks did not expect Gohan's help. Gohan apologizes to Trunks for getting angry at his own weakness and using it to protect the true history at the cost of the other timelines. He admits he was lost and confused, unable to recover from that despair. He knows he's no match for Trunks' current level. He knows how weak he is, but this time, once again, he feels the need to protect him with all the power he has left in him. This touches Trunks' heart. Even he promises Gohan to protect him this time, as we know they both lost each other in each of their timelines. This makes this conversation much deeper than it sounds. Both transform into their maximum powers and get ready to take on Cell and others. On planet Namek, Gohan listens to the Piccolos and decides to change his strategy against Shroom. He uses Yamcha's Spirit Ball technique to make Shroom move here and there, and then he hits him with the blast, followed by a Kamehameha that finishes it off for him. Seeing Shroom lose, Gravy dashes towards the battlefield, but he forgot the two Piccolos. They'd been charging up their special beam cannon all this while and launch it on Gravy, which pierces right through him. Meanwhile, on planet Vegeta, Vegeta defeats Majin Buu in an old-fashioned way, but this time adding a bit of evil ki into his final impact, which destroys Buu at a cellular level. He then decides to continue his fight with Turles, but he suddenly gets teleported somewhere. Demigra toys with already unconscious Goku, but Vegeta appears to his aid. Even though Demigra dodges his final flash, Vegeta manages to rescue Goku out of danger. Kranoa reveals to him that she was the one who summoned him there, so that him and Goku can fuse to become Vegito and defeat Demigra. However, Vegeta refuses the idea and crushes the Potara earring, as he decides to take on Demigra himself. He transforms into his blue berserker controlled form and begins to attack Demigra. However, none of his attacks work. Kranoa asks Eos for help. She freezes Vegeta so that Kranoa can forcibly make him wear the Potara and fuse with Goku. Kranoa restores the broken Potara and puts it on frozen Vegeta's ear and the other one on Goku's. Demigra is so mad at Eos for meddling around in his plans. Just as he was about to teach her a lesson, Vegito Blue comes in and punches him away. The fusion doesn't last for too long, as Vegito Blue strikes Demigra with the final Kamehameha that undoes the fusion. Before the smoke clears out, Demigra hits Vegeta with his dark wave and sends him flying, leaving Goku alone to fight Demigra. The smoke clears out and Demigra can be seen pretty heavily damaged after taking that final Kamehameha head on. He unleashes the power of time and breaks through his limit to once again transform into a higher state, his final form. Demigra wastes no time and pulls up his ultimate move, move, Chaotic Gigantus, to wipe out Goku and all other warriors in different areas. Goku goes blue and hits it with the Kamehameha in an attempt to stop it from hitting the ground. Future Warrior in Black notices the clash too. Trunks tells him to go help Goku while he deals with Cell and the others, but Gohan refuses to leave Trunks alone. However, help arrives just in time as Goten comes for Trunks' aid. Goku gets pushed by Demigra's attack as he tries to hold himself against it. Just as Goku was about to get crushed, Future Gohan joins him in the clash with his Kamehameha. Both manage to push the attack for a little time. Kronoa wakes up and uses her power to heal Goku and Future Gohan as much as she can. This allows Goku to use 20 times Kaioken Blue to push it further. But Demigra gets serious and pushes it back at them. Demigra thinks he's crushed them, but before it hits the ground, Bardock comes as a final player and uses his final Spirit Cannon. He calls Kakarot and Gohan to boost their spirit by reminding them that this isn't the limit of what Saiyans can do and urges them to go all out. Eos and Kronoa discuss among themselves that even if they defeat Demigra today, if the number of spacetimes continues to rise, there will be someone else up again someday. But Kronoa believes that if another bigger threat comes up, that opens the door for another bigger hope to appear. When that happens, she would again place her trust in them. This convinces Eos that Kronoa's way of thinking is correct. She helps Kronoa get up and both use their shared powers to help Goku, Future Gohan, and Bardock to break through their limits and descend into the domain beyond, which makes them go Ultra Instinct, Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 4 respectively. The combined attack is so powerful that Demigra is unable to send it back and gets consumed by it. A flashback follows after a bright white flash. It takes place 75 million years ago. Demigra puts forth his desire to Eos that he wants to become the next Supreme Kai of Time, but Eos brushes it off without a thought as she tells him that the God Bird has laid 2 eggs this time, Kronoa and Mechikabura, so it's going to be one of them who succeeds her. Demigra asks Kronoa if he could be her disciple and learn things from her, but Kronoa thinks she ain't too good for that. Mechikabura also didn't seem interested to have him as a disciple. However, he offered to be one of his subordinates. At last, Demigra goes to Poutine and Gravy for help. They're in, but they suggest it's a good idea to stay close to Mechikabura, as they might learn a few tricks from him. However, later, Demigra finds out that Gravy and Poutine never intended to work with him against Mechikabura. Their plan was to expose Demigra in front of Mechikabura so that it promises them a happier life. That finishes Demigra's story as he fades away with the blast. Kronoa and Eos thank Goku, Future Gohan, and Bardock for their efforts as they restore everything back to normal. Everyone returns to the cogwheels they were on earlier. Hearts spots the Supreme Kais of Time, exhausted, and thinks it's the best chance he's got to take them down, but Hit stops him. He speaks to Hearts in his thoughts to tell him that if he does anything funny now, there are many to stop him here, so it would be wise to not act foolishly. Pan, as ever, is still infatuated by Hit. Vidro asks Hearts if he's going to look for his missing Glass Tribe friend now. She asks him if it's a cute girl and if he likes her, but Hearts replies that she's a completely normal girl but a very dear friend. Vidro remembers to announce it. Vidro remembers to announce to everyone that she's decided to get married to Yamcha and live together with him. Everyone congratulates them, especially the Gohans from every timeline, but everyone's jaws drop down when she mentions that the wedding will happen in 1,200 years as she's too young for marriage right now. Namekian Warrior in Black gives Piccolo the credit for training his disciple this well. He thinks he too should find a disciple for himself. Trunks bids his farewells to Gohan as he shakes his hand with him and hopes to meet him again someday in the future. Eos returns the time scrolls to Kronoa and encourages her to do her duty well as she trusts her in what she thinks. Before leaving, Eos decides to put everyone back in their respective timelines, but before doing that, both the Gokus have a request to make. The Super Space Time Tournament begins once again for one last exhibition match, as the Gokus asked for it. Since they're facing themselves, they skip the Super Saiyan forms and directly jump into their most powerful forms to clash with each other. Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker and Ultra Instinct side, Xeno Goku's hits don't make contact with Goku's body with Ultra Instinct. He dodges every single hit and pushes back Xeno Goku without even moving his hands. Xeno Goku fires up an instant Kamehameha, but Ultra Instinct Goku dodges it and gets behind him. However, Goku Xeno grabs him using his tail and delivers a punch that sends him flying. Both Gokus appreciate each other's strength. Eos and Kronoa talk about how amazing mortal Goku is. When he asked Eos for a favor, she thought he would demand an apology, but instead he wanted to have this one fight. She understands how unique being Goku is. To first impress the gods, Kronoa, the Omni King, and now her. Back to the fight. Both Gokus unleash their strongest Kamehamehas at each other. Both of them look completely exhausted. They decide to end it all with this one final blow. Super Saiyan 4 Goku Xeno powers up to his maximum limits and charges towards Ultra Instinct Sign Goku to land a hit. But at that instant, Goku taps into silver-haired perfected Ultra Instinct to dodge and counter it with a heavier blow that defeats Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Goku Xeno. That makes Ultra Instinct Goku the strongest of all. Both of the Gokus fall on the ground after extreme exhaustion. Eos calls up her team of warriors in black to get going. Bardock promises Goku that the next time they fight, he'd win for sure. Klonoa sends everyone back to their timelines as the curtain closes on the Ultra God mission. While everyone was busy with the Super Space-Time Tournament, a mysterious figure lands on Earth. Every fighter on Earth senses a sinister energy as the mysterious figure says it's time to eat. Right after Ultra God mission ended and everyone was sent where they had come from, we're back to Hell once again, where we see Hearts finally reuniting with his old friend Lags, but something feels off when Hearts tries to listen to her thoughts. He asks her who she actually is, and a weird third eye opens up with a scary laugh. Meanwhile, Klonoa and the others wait for Goku to wake up after that intense fight with Goku Zeno. She tells him that they're the only remaining ones as all others have left to their universes and the Time Patrol is back on duty again. After a little chit-chat, Klonoa gets them together to leave them on their Earth, but to her surprise, when she opens their time scroll, Earth is nowhere to be found. Everyone is shocked to hear this. Goku suggests going to King Kai's place thinking he might have an answer. Upon reaching there, they find it unusual as they can't sense King Kai's energy. Suddenly, King Kai comes to greet them. Goku wonders why he wasn't able to sense him around when he was on the planet itself. King Kai comes running towards Klonoa, but Vegeta kicks him away, sensing his killing intent. He asks him to identify himself. Turns out it's Majin Ozato from Universe Mission Story. He tries to attack Vegeta, but Piccolo grabs him from behind. He uses Lags' glass molding to get rid of Piccolo's grasp by ripping off his arm. However, Piccolo grows it back, which catches his interest. He throws a Kyenzen at Piccolo and absorbs him successfully. This pisses off Gohan and makes him go mad, but he absorbs him as well. Vegeta attacks him from behind, but he hears his thoughts, so he defends himself against him. Vegeta is shocked to learn that he's absorbed Hearts. Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks transform into their god forms and hit Ozato with everything they've got. However, they're still exhausted from their last fights in the Super Space-Time Tournament. No matter how many times they hit him, Ozato regenerates using Majin Buu's ability. Ozato begins to power up after he merges with his two clones. Klonoa thinks it's better to retreat now or they won't get a chance later. They return to the Selection Realm. Vegeta yells at Klonoa for running away like cowards. Goku asks Klonoa if she knows this Ozato guy. Klonoa explains to them that he's a Majin named Ozato. He's a terrifying monster that they've been looking for as well. Klonoa tells them to stop worrying and focus on getting back to full strength, as they need to stop Ozato before he succeeds in his god hunting mission to eat all gods alive. On the other side, at the sacred land of Kais, Ozato walks up to the Elder Kai to eat him. He's the last one left to be eaten. Shin and Kibito are already a part of Ozato now. He transforms into baby Vegeta to try out his power. However, right on time, Time Patrol Goku and Vegeta arrive on the planet to their aid. They're shocked to see Baby, who belongs to a completely different timeline, at the planet of Supreme Kai. Baby Ozato mentions that he met their alternate version some time ago and sent them running for help. Vegeta notices that Baby's voice sounds different. Goku and Vegeta transform into their Limit Breaker forms. They teach Baby a lesson which forces him to transform back to his Ozato form. This catches Goku and Vegeta by surprise. Ozato introduces himself as the being who devours everything and obtains all powers as a result. He aims to one day consume the entire universe in his stomach. His clones Supreme Kai and Kibito now transform into Frieza and Cell and dash towards Goku and Vegeta there. Seeing this as an opportunity, Ozato consumes Elder Kai as well. On the other hand, Klonoa and the others reach Planet Namek following Ozato's trails. However, they're too late as they can't sense even a single Namekian to be alive. They locate Ozato and challenge him to a fight now that their stamina has been restored. Goku goes Ultra Instinct Sign, Vegeta goes Blue, and Trunks goes God to face Ozato. At the same time on Supreme Kai's planet, Time Patrol Goku and Vegeta defeat Cell and Frieza, which surprises Ozato. He communicates with all four Gokus and Vegetas simultaneously as he challenges them to come to Ozato Palace to face his true strength. He baits them into coming after him by giving them a chance to save their friends. After delivering this message, both the Ozatos disappear, leaving an invitation card at the scene. Everyone reaches Ozato's palace, including the Time Patrol Goku and Vegeta. They all advise Klonoa to hide somewhere so that she doesn't get in the way. Ozato welcomes them by explaining how to get to him in his palace. In each room awaits a clone of Ozato. Only after defeating them can they reach the room behind to find the true Ozato. Once the true Ozato is defeated, everyone he's ever eaten will be free. Vegeta tries to blast away the doors, but it doesn't work. They have to play by Ozato's rules. Everyone touches the spheres and enters different rooms. The fights begin in every other room. Ozato keeps on changing his forms from Bojack to Cooler, which annoys Ultra Instinct Sign Goku. Ozato tells him that him and Vegeta will surely be a part of his meal, but Goku replies to him by saying that he wouldn't get his hands on Vegeta that easily. He shouldn't underestimate him. Goku believes that Vegeta will be alright as he knows his strength better than anyone. Moving to Vegeta's fight, we find out he's busy dealing with Janemba Ozato. Janemba overpowers Vegeta with his ki blast. He calls Vegeta not even worth eating. He tells Vegeta that his next target after him would be Goku, who's right in the next room. This makes Vegeta laugh to see Janemba think that he has a chance in defeating Kakarot. He warns Janemba not to look down on Saiyans too much as he transforms into Blue Evolution to deal with him. Vegeta kicks him away and hits him with the final flash that finishes him off. He walks off the scene as he says that Kakarot won't lose to anyone unless faced by him. The screen blacks out and we see inside Ozato's stomach as Gohan wakes up to find himself in a weird place. He tries to wake up Goten and Trunks, but they can't hear him. Ozato acknowledges Gohan to be truly gifted for him to regain his senses while being inside his body. Ozato tells him that even though Gohan wields great latent power, it doesn't seem like he can unleash it. The moment he unleashes that power is when he'll become truly tasty for him to devour. He then remembers what to do to unleash the hidden power within him and tells him that he's absorbed some of Gohan's closest people. He starts hitting Goten, hurting him a little. Then he fires a ki blast at Trunks. Gohan screams at him to stop it as he can't free himself from Ozato's body. Ozato then pulls up Gohan's dearest person, Videl, and just as he was about to torture her, Gohan breaks free of Ozato and charges at him in his ultimate form. He hits Ozato with a punch that sends him flying to a distant corner. Gohan is so mad at Ozato for going too far, but Ozato is happy to see that Gohan's latent power exceeded his expectations. Meanwhile, Time Patrol defeats their Ozatos and then get on call with each other. Trunks informs them that he's not able to connect with Kranoa, so he's going back to the entrance to check if she's doing alright. Goku and Vegeta decide to join him. Back to Gohan versus Ozato. We see Gohan overpowering him. Ozato is pretty exhausted. Just then, Goku and Vegeta appear there after defeating their Ozatos. Gohan is distracted to see them there, so are Goku and Vegeta, who thought Ozato had absorbed him. Seeing this as an opportunity, Ozato finally absorbs Gohan and makes him a part of him. Ozato begins to power up as he begins to wonder if Gohan's power alone surpasses that of a god, and his tremendous ki leaves Goku with no choice but to ask Vegeta for fusion. Vegeta hates the idea as always, but decides to go with it anyway because of Bulma and Trunks trapped in his body. Both of them wear the Potara to become Vegito. They challenge Ozato to come at them with the power that surpasses a god as they go blue. Ozato is amazed by reading their ki. It's almost as if he's a god. Vegito wastes no time and starts hitting Ozato with everything he's got. Ozato transforms into Gohan and starts attacking Vegito, but none of his attacks make contact with Vegito. He mocks him for what he said earlier about finally possessing the power that surpasses a god. He grabs Gohan's punch and then Ozato returns to his normal form. He tries to absorb Vegito with his tail, but Vegito catches it. Vegito decides to end it now, so he goes Kaioken Blue and hits him with the Kaioken Rush, followed by a Spirit Sword Slash that separates him from Gohan. The fusion times out and Goku runs to Gohan to ask him how he got out of Ozato's body, but Gohan reveals to him that they have the wrong idea. The entire Ozato Palace is nothing but Ozato's true form, where Goku and the others voluntarily entered and they're currently inside his stomach. Ozato's entire palace starts to transform and it takes a new form, a giant Ozato. The scene shifts to a flashback where Ozato sneaks behind Kranoa and takes her with him, and then continues with the Time Patrol watching Ozato torture Kranoa in front of them. Ozato reveals to them that the Supreme Kai of Time is a special god, even among gods, for her time powers. He forms a few of his clones and keeps them busy. Then he takes Kranoa's form to face the Time Patrol. Meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta figure out what's happening, but they suddenly get their feet entangled by Ozato's tentacles. They couldn't break free of it, but then help arrives in the form of Hearts and Lags. They explain to them how they got here and release the other people from Ozato's eggs, but Ozato's clones keep disturbing them from freeing everyone. Hearts says he's tried everything already, but the only way to stop all this is to defeat the true Ozato, his core. But he doesn't know where it's at. He senses it for an instant, though he doesn't know its location. Hearts proposes a plan to get out of Ozato's body. He suggests they need to perform an attack so big that it can rip a hole in space-time and open a way out. Vegeta thinks of an idea where he wants Hearts to play a role as well. Hearts is surprised to hear what Vegeta's thinking. Hearts sways away the Ozato clones in the way with his gravity cubes, opening a path for Vegeta. Vegeta leaves the scene to carry out his plan as he entrusts Kakarot to handle what happens next. He flies off to a distance and uses his final explosion to create a hole in space-time to escape Ozato's body. Seeing Vegeta's sacrifice pushes Goku to activate Ultra Instinct. He breaks open Ozato's stomach and leaves it with Vegeta. Ozato is shocked to see what really just happened. Goku puts down Vegeta and says with a serious look that it's all up to him to take Ozato down. This piques Eos's interest as we see her get up from her throne to probably come and help Goku and the others in defeating Ozato. Ozato now looks forward to devouring Goku for the amazing godly power he displays. Goku dodges his grasp and fires a series of ki blasts at Ozato. Hearts comes out of Ozato's body along with everyone else trapped in there using his gravity cubes. Ozato unleashes his clones on Goku, but none of them are able to touch him with their attacks. Goku may be faster, but not faster than time itself, so Ozato decides to use the Supreme Kai of Time's freeze technique on him, but he manages to dodge them as well. Meanwhile, inside Ozato, the Time Patrol is still dealing with Ozato clones and working out to get Kranoa out of Ozato's control. Trunks and Vegeta clear the path for Goku as they decide to take on every Ozato by themselves. Goku manages to freeze Kranoa by destroying Ozato's egg, which reverts him to his original form, making him lose the time powers. The giant Ozato again tries to hold Goku with freeze, but it doesn't work now. He figures out something must have happened inside his body, but he has no time to think about it as Goku charges at him for a strike. Goku Goku warns Ozato that he dared to hurt his friends, which now makes him mad. So mad that he won't forgive Ozato this time. He then disappears and starts knocking out thousands of Ozato clones with a single punch. They fall down as if it was raining. Ozato doesn't understand what's happening as he can't see what's hitting them. He wonders if it's the power of mortals, or God, or simply because he's Goku. He offers Goku to become an accomplice in hunting down the gods. He even offers to share a bit of his own power with Goku, but Goku makes it clear to him that he's not power hungry like him as he prepares for his next final attack on Ozato, the Silver Dragon Fist explosion. It destroys the existence of Ozato, freeing the Time Patrol and Kranoa inside him. Everyone celebrates as Goku has finally defeated the threat. He falls down on the ground as he's totally exhausted. Just then, Eos comes to the battlefield. She compliments Goku to be one unique and interesting mortal once again. However, Ozato isn't completely destroyed as a small cellular part of him is still alive. Eos notices it and seals him in a bottle to ensure he doesn't do anything bad again. She then calls forth Super Shenron to fix all space-times to how they were before Ozato affected them. With a triumphant smile lighting up Goku's face, Super Shenron fulfills Eos' wish, drawing the final curtain on the epic saga of Super Dragon Ball Heroes. And that's the complete story of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, blending the best of the anime's explosive action and the manga's rich storytelling into one epic journey. From intense multiversal battles to legendary team-ups, this saga has redefined what's possible in the Dragon Ball universe. What was your favorite arc, character moment, or transformation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our next Dragon Ball adventure. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. Until next time, stay powerful, stay legendary, and keep pushing beyond your limits.